You are the champ. Believe me, you got more guts than you got sense. Yes! I love it.
I am back! Woo!
You win. Perfect.
Trust the profits. It's the formula here. Unfortunately, I am deaf right now to everything that's going on. Luckily, there's no one else here. I am going to have to fix that in the background here while we're figuring things out. But I hope you guys are all doing well out there in Profit Land. We are getting ready for Del Mar Race 1. First bet, Bobby. I see you're in there. You've got an exacta box. 5-4 with 8-7 for Race 1. Let's get going on that. Be exciting if we're able to pull something like that off. I will get to you guys in just a moment here. I do want to make sure I can fix my Bluetooth headset here. Oh, there we go. Looks like I'm connected now. So maybe I'll start. I'm going to play a drop real quickly here to see if I can hear it. Hope you don't mind if we go through the intro one more time because I do love hearing it. This will be my time.
You are the champ. Believe me, you got more guts than you got sense. Yes! I love it.
I am back! Woo!
You win. Perfect.
That time I heard it loud and clear, and it was awesome. Glad to see you guys. Almost Leo Meister. You see, first bet Bobby actually did bring in. He's the first one every time. You got to get up pretty darn early in the afternoon to beat first bet Bobby. But nice attempt. Appreciate the effort and definitely love the definitely love the enthusiasm. Who else we got out here? Yeah, Leo Meister. Hello. We've got Curtis Stinnett checking in. Good to see you too, Curtis. We got people floating in here. Hey, good luck to everyone. James White, good luck to you. And let's start floating through this here. I'm gonna make sure I got two computers going. Those computers, none of them work very well, but we'll work with what we got. Race 1, 8 minutes to post. I'm gonna try to flow through this as quickly as possible. So we're going 8.5 on turf. Maiden claiming for a purse of 64, claiming 62.5 for maidens, fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. Floating through this as quickly as possible. Kazazi, 12-1, opening up Joe Bravo. Jay Niff, the trainer, and Matoli is the sire here. This horse is definitely jumping up in terms of distance. You see a lot of 6.5 furlong races here. The last two not looking spectacular. 9th place and 8th place, 12 lengths back in both of those. So you can see why this horse is 12-1, currently 14-1. Has yet to go this distance. A while back on turf, did go a mile a couple times. Got a 3rd place finish and a 7th place finish, which doesn't look so bad when you consider it's 3 lengths back. Not too shabby. Anything to note in terms of trainer? Yeah, you don't see a whole lot. Turf starts 4%, so not looking good there. Sprint to route, also 0% and 5, not so good there. Caves, the second horse here, 5-1, currently sitting at 4-1. We've got a number of races here, the last 3 on turf. 2nd place by 1 length there. Julian Leproux takes them out again after a nearly successful trip last time. And yeah, so that was a similar race, maiden claiming 50K. Phil D'Amato, the trainer, hard spun the sire. Yeah, so this horse is definitely building up. 2nd route race, 12% for Phil D'Amato could come into play here. Phil D'Amato and Julian Leproux don't hook up that often, only 3 times at the meet and 3 times in the last 365. I'm going to say this, Ronia, kind of like Bobby Bonilla, Bonilla? Bobby Bonilla? Yeah. 8-1, Drayden Van Dyke. Patrick Gallagher, Street Boss, the sire. The horse has yet to go on turf. The horse has yet to go the distance. 8-1, currently sitting at 21-1. Yeah, that's probably about what I would say too. Trainer and Jockey 33% in 3 for the meet, 20% in 5 in the last 365. This is the first time off the claim, first time on grass, first time off the claim. Shipping in 17% here. And you don't see a whole lot from this horse that you like, so I'm moving on. Allen's Girl, open at 8-1, currently sitting at 13-1. Abel Liscano, Mark Glatt, and Catalina Cruiser, the sire here. Last time out, stepped up in distance, got a little bit closer here. 4th place with Abel Liscano. 3 lengths off in that one. Caves was right in front of him at a mile here at Del Mar. That was in July of this year. So yeah, about a month ago, I would say. Second route race, 10% for Glatt, 17% turf starts, 25% maiden claiming. Getting a bit of a deal there at 13-1. Jasmine, open at 5-2, currently sitting at 2-1. Armando Ayuso, Peter Yurton, the trainer, and Bolt de Oro is the sire here. So the horse has gone a mile twice on turf, maiden 65 and up to maiden 80K. Last time out, 6th place after sort of leading the charge there, at least pushing the pressure, fell back a bit, 6th place, but 4 lengths back after going off 18-1 in that one. Pretty big race too. A lot of horses in that race, going from maiden to maiden, claiming 19% for Peter Yurton. So we see about a drop in class here. Yeah, so this is going to be a curious case here for the 5 horse. Is the drop in class going to be enough to push this one over the edge here for a win? Definitely the public thinks so with 4 minutes to post here. Molly E, Tiago Pereira, Michael McCarthy, and Liam's Map the sire. Horse did go 9 furlongs before, got 4th place there, seemed to tire a little bit. This is a pace setter here. This is a horse that's going to go off setting the pace, and we're going 8.5 on turf. I do not like the way that sets up for this horse here. Stretching out in distance, went a mile last time, didn't get the pace setting the horse wanted. Definitely ran into some issues. Has yet to finish in the money, but definitely likes to start out in front. Silky Save, Phil D'Amato, Umberto Rispoli, and Elzam, the sire here. This is a horse that like shipped over a while back here. Has yet to break its maiden, though. Got 3rd place once, got 2nd place not too long ago. 1 length back, going a mile here at Del Mar. Turf starts 16% for Phil D'Amato, up 1 class, 11%. We'll see how that plays out, but Umberto in the mount there. 3 minutes to post, and I think I am at the last horse here. Yes, Authentic Grace, Authentic the sire, Neil Drysdale the trainer, Joel Rosario the jockey. Horses run a ton, but has not been in the money since September of last year. Is this going to be the trick here? Got 5th place, 4 lengths off. Have yet to see a jockey like Rosario on the mount here for this horse. Guys, I think I know what I'm going to do because we got 2 minutes to post here. I'm going to go for it a little bit here. I'm going to push the button, win a cookie. Let's see here. Big as in. All right, so I'm going to say, yeah, I'll do exact the key box. We're going to key on the 7 with 4 and 8. Yeah. 7 currently sitting at 2-1. I scroll back up here. Let's see if I can get back to where I was at. If I scroll back up here, I like the fact that the 7 was 2nd place last time out. Umberto Rispoli from Wanje. I don't think you get too huge of a drop off there. Phil D'Amato feels like this one is ready to click here. I think there's a whole bunch of horses here that have either gone the distance and don't look good at it or have yet to really go the distance. So I like how often this horse has been going that distance. And I like the value we're getting out of the 8. I think you're putting Joel up on this horse here. The horse has lots of let me drop this in here. So so this is for, let's see if we do it, and it's, yeah, if we do it at $2, it'll cost us 8 total. Yeah, okay, so you guys can see what I'm talking about now. So yeah, I think the 8 you get great value here. Currently at 10-1. Joel was just knocking it out of the park last week when we did the same show. And I like the fact that this horse has had distance on turf for quite some time. Even if he doesn't win, I think he's got a good chance to win at 10-1. I think that's a solid bet. The 4 horse here, what did I like about this? Oh yeah, second time out, jumping up in distance, only finished 3 lengths off. I like a horse that comes into one of these races that hasn't shown a whole lot yet. Catalina Cruiser, pretty solid sire. And Mark Glatt, the trainer. I think you get a pretty good trainer out of this, and I'm going to get ready to call it. Hope you guys don't mind if I shift my head over this way and I'm not totally addressing the camera. We'll see what happens here. So I need the 7 to be 1 or 2, and then one of the other positions to be 4 or 8. You guys know how it works. We've done this before. So let's have some fun here. We'll focus on 7 and 8, and we are out. So yeah, the horses are out. The 2 looks like he's getting off to an early lead there, grabbing the rail. I think that is the 5 that is going to overtake him. Yes, the 5 is now sitting out there in front. What do we call the 5 here before? The 5 has a name. The 5, we're calling that Jasmine. 5, 6, and 2 as they head into that first turn there. Yeah, so Jasmine is out there in front getting pressured by the 6 at 10-1 as they round that turn here. Jasmine still out in front. The 2 at 7-2, holding up for third. And then you got 2 horses behind. The 3 and the 4 are 7 and 8 are well behind. That first quarter is only 23-2. So not too fast, but a lot can happen here. It's 8.5 furlongs on dirt. So we've seen closers do this plenty of times. The 7 did go off as the post-time favorite at 9-5. There is ground being made up here, 47.02. So that half looking pretty hot there, 47, I would say. Jasmine's still comfortably in front, got about a 1-length lead, maybe a little bit less than the 6. The 2 is 1 length back from the 6, and then 3 and 4. The 4's starting to heat up a little bit here as they round into that last turn. Here it comes, guys. Here is for all the marbles. If we're going to see something happen, it's going to happen soon. 4, 7, and 8 are currently sitting in second, third, and fourth to last. The 7 making a strong move there to get back up into that top group is the 4. The 8's going to have to go on the outside. The 5 looking comfortable in front, not getting a whole lot of pressure as he's going down the rail there. Looks like the 5's going to make it unless there's some last minute charges here. But the 5 is looking pretty strong. It's going to be 5, 2, and 7, I'm going to guess. Yeah, 5, 2, 7. Chalk, chalk, chalk. I was going for it there. It didn't work. But maybe we got winners here. Maybe we got winners. How is everyone doing in here? So let's see here. So that's mine. So 5, 2, and 7. You had try with 5 and 7. I think we got one there for Curtis Stinnett. I hope it pays out better than what you paid for it, buddy. 5, 2, 7. Yeah, it looks like that is going to be it. So 5 is 2-1. 2 is 7-2. 7, 9-5. So it's going to be a little chalky, but hopefully you didn't pay too much for that card. Try key with the 6, 1, 2, 7. Oh, sorry, James White. Who else we got up here? First bet, Bobby. 5, 4 with 8, 7. Ooh, came very close there. The 2 split you down the middle there, Bobby. That one was pretty darn close. We'll get one, though, guys. We'll get one. It's coming. Yeah, good one, Curtis. Nice play there. We'll highlight Curtis for a moment there. A win is a win. Excuse me. Yeah, if I have a little bit too much there, I am a little shocked that my 8 and 4 did not make it up there. But as it goes, let me update our banner here to show. Let me edit this up here, give ourselves a new date. Today's the 27th of August. Our current bankroll is now going to be sitting at $92. That's okay. That's okay. We're good with that. Don't end the stream. That was a close one. There we go. Still unofficial, but it was 5, 2, 7. Doesn't look like there's any hanky nor panky going on there that would pull this one back. The final time is 142.51. 142.51. Not great. Not great. But this is a maiden claimer, so you get what you get. You take what they give you. All right, it's official. $6 on the winner, $3.60 for the place on both the 5 and the 2, $2.20, $2.60, and $2.40 for the shows. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. So let's see. On that trifecta, you get $12.95 paying back on a 50-cent bet. On the exact day, you get $12.90 paying back on a $1 bet. So congratulations to all winners out there. Congratulations to all winners. Even if it wasn't as much as you hoped for, at least you're cashing a ticket. And now we can get ready to turn the page here in a moment as we get set for race 2. Race 2. Whew, it's gonna be quick talkings getting through race 2. Yeah, it's a small one. That's all right. Take what we get. Yeah, hey, you spent the money, you got the ticket, you get something back, right? They can't all be big time winners, unfortunately. We know that all too well in this game. All right. I'm going to move on over here. So what did we see about Jasmine? Jasmine being the winner here, definitely got ourselves a little bit of a build-up. We saw that this horse does like to set the pace. So let's see, first time in maiden claiming. So dropping out of maiden special weight where the horse was trying to set the pace, nearly did it the 5th time out at Santa Anita. But dropping into lower classes was able to set the pace and not get touched a whole lot. Even bumping up in distance, you can see a path to victory there, obviously for Jasmine, but we were trying to beat that. In terms of the 2-horse, yeah, the 2-horse, last time out, I definitely noticed Caves, right? Didn't want to bet him though, because I didn't like where the odds were going with him. I was trying to hunt for different angles here, but obviously with that last race, the first time going up to a mile after sitting in the 6 and the 6.5 range, you could see that the horse was closing a bit from 3 and 4 back to only 1 off the lead. So obviously bumping up a little bit more success there. Sitting at second place pretty much matched the performance, I would say. Yeah, so you can understand how we got there with the 1 and 2. However, as we said before, we were trying to beat him. All right. Well, that was interesting. Sorry about that, guys. That's why it's good to have another person here, just in case something like that happens. You don't want to be blacked out for too long. Okay, let's turn the page, shall we? Race 2 coming up. Not a whole lot to talk about here. We'll try to stretch out the conversation as much as possible. See if you guys have anything else you want to chat about. This race 2 at Del Mar, is 1 mile. The purse is $100K for maidens. California bred owner fund for maidens, fillies, 2-year-olds. There you have it. Yeah. Very simple. Nice and simple. 2-year-old fillies going a mile on dirt. I believe it's on dirt. The first horse we got here, the number 1, Lunar Velocity. Ricardo Gonzalez here is the jockey. Peter Miller, the trainer. Essential Quality, the sire. First time out, the horse was running 5.5 furlongs at Del Mar in August 7th, 20 days ago. Made an optional claimer, $65K. Went out there, was 4 lengths off the pace, 5 lengths off the pace at second call. And then down the stretch, you see a nice little gain here. Went from 6 lengths back to 3 lengths by the finish for 4th place. Not a bad first effort. Definitely hope to see being in the money, obviously, but for first effort, very solid. Sprint to route, 11% for Pete Miller. Second career race, 15%. That's something you often try to key on here. And first at route, 17%. All right, so we move down. Sudden Impact is a firster, Umberto Rispoli, 21% for the jockey on the year here at Del Mar, 23% on the year overall. Do I got that right? Yeah, I'm 446. The sire, not this time. Ooh, very solid sire, I will say. Michael McCarthy, the trainer. Debuts of a mile or more, 8% for Michael McCarthy. First-time starter, 11%. Debut maiden special weight, 10%. Maiden special weight in general, 13%. 2-year-olds, 14%. The jockey and the trainer, 25% at the meet in 16 races for a plus 76 cents. And in 37 races in the last 365, 19% win rate for Umberto and Michael McCarthy teaming up. Moving along, Luxor Magic. Luxor Magic, Antonio Frizu, the jockey. 7-2, the opening odds. Doug O'Neill, the trainer. Good Magic, the sire. This horse has run in 3 races so far. Ellis Park, Churchill Downs. Running in maiden special weight, 100K and 120K. Has changed ground jockeys a number of times. This will be the 4th jockey. That second race looks to be the best, going 6 furlongs. Something happened here. Something definitely happened here at Ellis Park. You see in the comment section, done early. Yeah, reduct load, done early. At second call, the horse was only 2 lengths back, was 1 length back at the start in second place, but by second call, 11, 13, and 18. This is a race that you can put a line through. Something happened. We'd have to look deeper into notes to understand. Obviously, with the 7-2 opening, you would expect they're looking at they're putting a line through the 3rd race as well. As that second race is probably the trajectory point for this horse. Luxor Magic currently sitting at 8-1 though right now. Sudden Impact opening at 7-5, currently sitting at 4-5. What else to say here? Doug O'Neill, the trainer, 7% second route race, 14% as a shipper, 15% on routes, 19% on dirt starts. And comboing up with Antonio Frizu, 42% for a plus $3.18 in 12 starts for the meet, 20% in 109 starts in the last 365. So those two know how to hook up. Definitely at Del Mar. Danielle, 6-1, the 4-horse. Ken, it's not delivery, it's DeSormo. Aggie Ordonez and is the trainer, and Practical Magic is the sire. This is the second start for Danielle. Again, this is a horse that was running in that race that we just talked about, the maiden optional claimer, 65K, 20 days ago here at Del Mar. Opened up 8 lengths back, 9 lengths back, and then closed to be 4 1/4 off of the winner in that race. For Aggie Ordonez, 0% first at route. Second career race, 0%. Sprint to route, 9%. 13% maiden special weight. On the year, the pairing of DeSormo and Ordonez, 25% in 28 races. And now the final horse here in a 5-horse race, Miss Lou. 2 starts for this horse, 1 at Saratoga, 1 at Belmont at Aqueduct, also known as Baqueduct. So last time out, had Tyler Gaffleone in the mount, started off 5 lengths back and then quickly faded to 30 lengths back. That was in a maiden 115K special weight race. Something definitely happened there, retreated, was either outclassed or something happened with the horse. That was back in July of this year, so it wasn't that long ago. Before that was in maiden 85K class. The horse was very close to the pace early on in a 5.5 furlong race. Opening up the stretch, challenging for first, finished in 3rd, 4 lengths back of Bandmaster. And that was after stumbling at the start. This is a curious horse. Currently sitting at 4-1. Seems like there's a couple different troubled starts here. This is the 3rd time out. Juanje Hernandez, Jenna Antonucci, and Greatest Honor, the sire. First time blinkers for this horse, 18% for Jenna on that. Shipping 13%. Sprint route 10%. Sprint route 9%. How about that? So going into this 5-horse race, I would say there's 2 horses of value here getting 7-1 so far. That's the 1 and the 3. 1 horse that seems to be the prohibitive favorite, the 2. And then you've got the 4 and the 5 sitting around there in, 3-1, 4-1 range. Curious to see what we got going on here. If you guys want to start dropping your plays. I don't know how I bounced out of here last time. If you want to start bouncing your plays in the comments section here, 15 minutes to post. Pacific Classic. So I did a full field rundown, a preview of Pacific Classic last week, in which I said a couple things. I said that the pace was going to be pretty hot among many horses. It was only really hot amongst 2. I said that Knightsbridge was going to get challenged quite a bit in that race and would probably fall back and not win. I'd said that the pace was probably going to be such that you would get around a 45, maybe less in terms of the 4 furlong time. I was right. It was 45 and a half. So maybe a little bit higher than I thought. But damn, Knightsbridge, under all that pace pressure, unrelenting, down the stretch, absolute beast mode. I don't think I've ever seen a race from Knightsbridge quite as impressive as that. Curious to hear if you guys have any thoughts on what went on with the Pacific Classic or anything coming up this weekend, as we've got a couple pretty interesting cards coming up this weekend. One card I have yet to cap, which is Kentucky Downs opening day on Saturday. And we also have Saratoga, as they are going through Traverse Day on Saturday as well. So if you guys have any thoughts on those, feel free to drop them in here. First bet, Bobby, going exacta box 1, 2, 3. I like the angle there, Bobby, because with the 2 and the 1 and the 3, you're getting the best odds so far, at least in the race. We still got 14 minutes of betting time. You're getting 7-1 and 8-1 on those horses, respectively. But yeah, you're getting the chalk on the 2, which a lot of people think is the favorite, but pairing that up with some of the best value there, probably the best way to get any sort of payday here in race 2. Right now, if you go 2-3, if you go 2-1, it is 6. You go 2-3, it's 11. But if you go 1-3, it's 25 on a $1 bet. So good luck to you there, Bobby. All right. Oh, let's see. My drink. Hold on a second. Let me know if anyone else out there in Profit Land has anything going on drink-wise. I am just drinking pure coconut water because it's my daughter's. Yeah, no ballet today, but open house, so no alcohol just yet. Still thinking through what I want to do here. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people saying that Sudden Impact, the firster, is their favorite. I think, man, firster is so beatable. I mean, in a race like this, yeah, if you really feel that. So when I look at a firster, at least, first thing I look at is the jockey, trainer, sire. I've got a score attached to each one of those, and the horse does grade out best for me. A lot of that here is driven by the sire, not this time. Well, 2 sires here I've got as my top sires. Not this time. I've got as a 7.5. Good Magic I got as a 7.2. After that, Practical Joke is a 6.3. Essential Quality a 5.2. And Greatest Honor, still building up credentials there, as a 2.9. But in terms of trainers, Michael McCarthy, Doug O'Neill, 1 and 2 for me. In terms of jockeys, I'm going over to the 5 with Juan J. Hernandez as my top, and then Umberto Rispoli is my number 2. So you can understand, at least from my numbers, I can understand why we are looking at the 2 as being the favorite right now. But man, overwhelmingly, sub-even money. I'm thinking about taking a risk on one of these other horses here for giggles, as they say. All right. Yeah, let's take a look through the past performances here again. So lunar velocity, reminding ourselves once again, lunar velocity from essential quality was only 3 lengths off in that last race. We were talking about Luxor Magic at 3-1. That last race out was a bit of trouble, was bumped in that second to last race, but still got a 73 breeze net figure. Yeah. But had trouble going the distance in this last one, reduced load, done early. So we got to see if that horse comes back. Dropped to 48 for a furlong workout. 50 before that, 49. Sudden impact workouts, 36, 47, 47, 47. Jeez. Okay. I get it. I get why people are on this horse. Jeez. Lunar velocity, 49, 47, and 48 in the last few workouts, going 4 furlongs. Gosh, do we try to beat this firster? The firster looks like lightning, but you never know with firsters. Never know what you're going to get. Moving on to the 4 and the 5. Got 9 minutes to post here. Feel free to drop in your bets, as Bobby D has done. Danielle, 4 lengths back at the end there. 50, 101, going 5, 49, 48. And then Miss Lou, 101, going 5, 48, 48, 48, 49. Yeah, this is a tough one here. I do feel like this field is way more even. I don't feel like there should be one major favorite the way it's playing out right now. Bumping up, the 1 is bumping up in class. A little bit of a close there. I'm just looking at some of my indicators here to see if someone flashes in the pan for me. Yeah, I think I'm going to place my bet here, guys. Start pushing those buttons. There we go. All right, very simple. I'm going to place a win on the 3. Win bet on the 3 horse, Luxor Magic. This is purely a bet of where we get in the odds right now. I don't want to bet on a firster, especially one that is currently 3-5. I did see some value in the 1 and the 3. They opened at 4-1 and 7-2, and they're currently sitting at 7 and 8. And the 4 getting bet down a little bit more. I'm not super thrilled with what I see on the 4. Obviously, the sire pretty darn good there. The 5, I just don't think you're getting the value on the 5. 9-2, I mean, it's good value. That last race scares me a little bit, but also the bump up in distance. I like the fact that the 3 has gone the distance, even though it was a crap outing. I think that second to last race was pretty darn good. There must have been some trouble in the one before that. Doug O'Neill, good magic. Antonio Frizu. I think there's a lot to like in this horse here. Hitting it on the 4th race, drawing a line through that last race, hoping we get some value back here. Currently sitting at 8-1. Yeah, wouldn't mind if that came back as a winner, right? So yeah, let's see what happens here. I will change the banner, hide it, edit it, and take off 10. Will drop us down to $82 after last race's mistake. Starting bankroll 100, current bankroll is 82. Looking to get some of it back here. Big bang if we get back on. If we get back with this 3 horse here, currently sitting at 8-1. 8-1 Luxor Magic. Once again, if you guys have a bet out there, feel free to drop it in the comments and we will share it. Just a little bit quiet out there today. We should be joined momentarily by some of our good friends. Some of our good friends being Spin Nation himself, Sean Patrick Nolan, and the Wolf of Oak Lawn himself, our good buddy Chase. Let me just double check. Okay. 5 minutes to post. Doug O'Neill is hot. 3. James White, thank you. Let's get this 3 home, buddy. I'm hoping to see some more Doug O'Neill magic here as well, buddy. Let's get that home. Excuse me for just a moment. And I'm back. 4 minutes to post here. We got a 5-horse race. The 1-horse currently sitting at 7-1. The 2-horse, the firster, overwhelming favorite, 3-5 right now, sub even money. The 3-horse at 9-1. The 4-horse 4-1, and the 5-horse at 9-2. If you guys have any thoughts on this race, feel free to chime in. Let me remind you that our current bet is $10 win on the 3-horse in race 2. We're going to see if we can get that home. Currently the longest odds in this 5-horse race. We're looking to catch fire here a little bit. I think that horse is definitely given some value here. James White, win place in the 1 and the 3, exacta box 135. Yeah, that's a pretty good play there, buddy. Definitely looking to see if that firster falters a little bit here in the first time, gets a little bit of that first time jitters. Definitely understand the play here. 1, 3, and 5. Good luck to you. I do love seeing firsters, only firsters in the race, getting bet way down like this too. Feels like there's an opportunity to take advantage of the system here, but we'll see. The firster wins, takes advantage of us. But oh, that beautiful Del Mar view. Doesn't get much better than that. Absolutely beautiful. Here I am in the suburbs of Chicago. Shoot me now. 3 minutes to post. Feel free to get your bets in here. Once again, we are betting the 3 here at $10. Taking $10 out of the bankroll to bet the 3. Currently at 9-1. Take that all day. 2 minutes to post here. Okay. Somehow it says my battery has 0% remaining on my crappy laptop here. That would be interesting. Incoming call in the 504. 504, is that New Orleans? Who do I know in New Orleans? I know a few people. I don't think it's any of them, though. Thoughts on the Travers coming up this weekend? If you guys have any thoughts on that big race, feel free to drop them in here, and I can actually go through my thoughts in a little bit as well. One minute to post. They're getting closer to the gates. We're going a mile here. Mile on dirt with 5 fillies. 5 2-year-old fillies. Gatekeeper checking in. Yeah, there we go. So we got someone checking in here thinking Renegade will finally do it. Yeah, I mean, what we saw from Renegade, especially previous to the Derby. I mean, he went into the Derby as the favorite, right? He looked like, as long as you stretch it out, he was a nearly unbeatable horse. But then there's Golden Tempo running such a similar race to Renegade. I mean, picking between those two is so difficult, so challenging. They're both just classic deep closers. And Golden Tempo seemed to be able to pull it together. I had Golden Tempo labeled as a head case early on. I watched some of those early races, and the horse just seemed to be taking all these sideways turns trying to get to the rail as opposed to just running a straight line when it came down to the stretch. Whereas Renegade would just start plowing down the stretch. Such a strong looking horse down the stretch. But now Golden Tempo seems to have fixed any problems that I saw, at least. So it's going to be outstanding to watch those two run against each other in the Travers coming up. I'm with you there. Renegade looks really solid. I think they'll probably be 1 and 2 again, though. But I've got Golden Tempo on top. Maybe a bit of recency bias there, but all right, they're pulling the 3 in, guiding the 3 in, closing the gate. The 4 entering in here. See if we can get that 4. Beautiful looking horse there. And then the 5. Woo. Here we go. Start to lock them in, baby. We'll have a race in just a moment here. And they're off, getting out of the gates early on. The 1 horse definitely looking to take that rail early, gets out by a head in front of the 2. They are running pretty much in order here. The 3 is falling back just a tad, getting right behind the 1 there, hoping to grab the rail. Turning wide there. The 3 might even squeak the rail past him as the 1 took that turn very wide, but the 1 is still comfortably out in front, followed by the 3. The 2 is just on the outside. 4 and the 5 also providing that pressure on the outside in that 4th and 3rd lane. But the 1 at 8-1 is out in front right now. The 3 falling back just a little bit, but they are all setting up in a nice little peloton here. The 3 drafting a tad. The 1 getting pressured by the 2. 22:56 is that first quarter, so they're going pretty fast. This would help any of the horses holding back a little bit here. The 1 trying to speed it up, the 2 trying to stay close, about a length back. The 3 is half a length back now of the 2 as they're heading into that last turn there. 46:77, pretty darn fast, I would say. The 1 and the 2 duking it out here. The 1 is trying to hold it off as it's starting to come just out of that last turn here. My 3. Come on, baby. Let's do this. Let's do this. The 2's dropping anchor. The 1 still out in front. It looks like a 2-horse race right now between the 1 and the 3. Is the 1 going to go gate to wire, or is the 3 got something? I think the 1 is going to take this over. So anyone who had that 1-3 box, congratulations. The 3 I should have bet as a place. But yeah, the two longest shots are going to finish 1 and 2 unless the 3 drops anchor off screen. But the 1 all day setting that pace, and my 3 comes up in 2nd. The 2 comes in 3rd. The 4 and 5, who even knows what they were doing? I do not know how those 2 horses got bet down so much. The 4 and the 5, they did not even look like they were in this race. Actually, now that I look at the odds, it looks like it came back a bit. Congratulations. There's some people out there that had don't lose all my money, sucker. I'm on my way. Notorious OTB, don't worry, baby. There's a photo for 4th, by the way, so I'm still in it. James White, congratulations. That's how it's done. You got the win and the place on the 1. You got the place on the 3. Smartly played. Exacta box 135. You knocked that one out too. So congratulations. Doug O'Neill is hot. He didn't quite get it done here, but he came close enough. And Bobby D, 1, 2, 3. That's going to pay in the best way possible. Take out that 2, and you got yourself a nice little payday here. So let's see. The 1 on top of the 3 on a $1 bet pays 33. Congratulations to those of you who invested in that venture. It will pay out to you. Now, Bobby D, if you took that and you trifected it, now that would be a trifecta as well there. You box up that trifecta. Congratulations to all the winners out there. Good job. Good job. Yes, grand slam for James. Good job there, buddy. Want to watch some football? Yeah, exciting time of the year, right? I know a lot of fantasy drafts are happening right now. People are getting ready for college football if that's your game, depending on where you live. Well done there. All right, so we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 daily double with the 5 coming up. So Curtis Stinnett, that's a great start to a deep leg because you took the 1 there, went off at 8-1, the longest odds. So it was worth the payout to get everyone in this race. And good luck to you getting the 5 in the next race. Jenny Mack checking in. Great to hear from you, Jenny. Yeah, James, there's a few winners in this one. Not me. I like the 3. We better win on the 3. I should have gone win place because that place is going to pay out too. Ah, so close yet so far. Now the place paid out $660 for the 3, $820 for the 1, $1940 for the 1 horse on the win there. Lunar Velocity. Pete Miller, Ricardo Gonzalez just went to the front and never looked back. And there's a dude out there in the winner's circle, and it looks like he's holding a bottle of whiskey or something with his hat backwards. That's an odd performance. He's just holding a bottle of whiskey there like he's ready to pound it later, or maybe it's a showpiece. What is going on there? Yeah. I want to see where that dude is taking his bottle of whiskey, to be honest with you. That's the most interesting thing about that winner's circle. Anyhow. Next time. Guys, we're turning the page here pretty soon. I hope we have a few more horses in the next race than we did in that race. Oh, yeah, we do. Maiden special weight, 5 furlong on turf. All right, guys. Exacta paid out $33. The trifecta on a 50-cent bet paid out $30.85. Quinella's, if we got a Quinella out there, $24.40 if you got the 1-3 on a $2 Quinella. I don't know. The exacta on a $1 paid out 33, so I don't get the difference. But anywho, the double, if you're playing the $2 double, $57.20. Congratulations to those who won that. Good job, people. Good job. He was down to party. I didn't know you could just walk around with a 5th of whiskey at Del Mar like that. Like, it's no big deal. Like, here I am holding my unlabeled bottle of whiskey, or who knows what. Maybe it's a home brew. I don't know. Maybe he's got some bathtub whiskey going on and decided to take that, and his horse won. I don't know what was going on there, but pretty outstanding behavior. Very nice exacta to anyone who hit that. 33-1. Very nicely done. All right, guys, we're at turn the page moment here. I don't use drops as much as I used to here. Didn't have any cause. I don't have my next up anymore.
That's a big first bite. That's a really big first bite.
I got that one. That's a good one, but it didn't really come into play here. Bathtub whiskey, apparently that's a California thing. That guy was just carrying out there unlabeled. I don't know. Maybe it's some random dark tequila. Who knows? It's strange things happen at the track. I mean, you would expect that at Turfway. At Del Mar, maybe not. Anyway, I said we were turning the page, didn't I? Sean Patrick Nolan should be checking in soon. This is about his time to check in. Past time for Sean Patrick Nolan. Okay, guys, more maidens. Oh, God, the maidens, they're killing me. Okay, 5 furlongs on the turf. Maiden 80K, special weight, 80K purse. For maidens 2-year-olds, there you have it. Claiming a price of 40K or less in the last 3 starts preferred, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I always struggle with this last name. I struggle with some last names. It's crazy. King, Anunoboy, Anunobi. I don't know. I don't follow basketball as much as I used to. So anyhow, Joel Rosario, Michael McCarthy, Mendelssohn. This horse is a firster, opening up at 8-1. First-time starters for Michael McCarthy, 11%. Debut turf, 8%. Turf starts 15. Debut maiden special, 10%. Joel Rosario, Michael McCarthy, 0 for 1 so far when they're comboing up. That's not too impressive. The number 2 horse here going 4-1, opening 4-1. Juan J. Hernandez, the jockey here for Hoaxer. Hey, stop. Charlatan the sire. Some trainer I've never heard of here. Bob Buffet. Bob Baffert's the trainer. So what are his first time starts? In 233 races, first time starter, 33%. Debut turf, though, 4%. Let's keep that in mind. Turf starts 12%. Debut maiden special, 33. Maiden special weight, 27. 2-year-olds, 31%. And when he hooks up with Juan J, you know what happens. 35%, both at the meet and the last 365. You see those two names together all the time. Bobby Buffet. All right. Who else we got there? See, yeah. Another firster. It's a firster's paradise. Sir Rakatan. Early voting, the sire. Oh, that's fun seeing early voting here. Jeff Mullins, the trainer. Julian Laparoux, the jockey. I did say he was opening up at 8-1, did I not? First time starter for the trainer, 16%. Debut on turf, 15. Turf starts 18. Debut maiden, 13. Maiden special weights, 14 for Jeff Mullins and Sir Rakatan. We got ourselves a few. It's like nothing but firsters here, guys. I'm dying on the inside. I like numbers. I like past performances. Moving with purpose. 8-1, Diego Herrera. Twirling Candy, the sire. Rick Baltas, the trainer. First time starter, 12%. Debut turf, 12%. Turf starts 13%. And debut main special. Guys, guess what? We got another firster. San Moritz. I'll tell you what's not a firster, though. Sean Patrick Nolan. The past performances, you need a few pages to cover this guy's past performances. Welcome aboard, Sean Patrick Nolan.
Thank you, buddy. How are you, my man?
I'm doing good. Let me just welcome you the only way we know how.
And the Oscar goes to...
And the Oscar goes to.
Yes.
Love it. Love it.
We came close last time, Sean.
I know, so close. I was watching. I was like, oh.
We made the right call. Thank you. I always love it when I start off losing money, but you come in and say, but the handicapping was good. That makes me feel so much better.
And that is solid. Yep. That's all in this game. That's what you're trying to do, man. You know,
we're trying.
More times than not, it will prevail. You know,
that's the hope. All right. Yeah. So horse number 5 here, San Moritz, the second Bob Baffert firster entered into this race. Drayden Van Dyke is riding this horse. Open at 7-2. The sire, not this time. First time trainer numbers. First time starter, 33%. Debut on turf, only 4% for Bob Baffert in 27 starts. Turf starts 12%. Debut maiden special, 33. Debut special weight. Maiden special weight, 27%. And the two hooking up together, 0% in just a handful of starts. So it's an interesting pairing here. Drayden Van Dyke, DVD, and Bob Baffert. Next up here, the 6-horse Repo Man, Umberto Rispoli, the jockey. 3-1. This horse is opening up at a Golden Pal. We're getting to see a Golden Pal here. Michael McCarthy, the trainer. First time starter, 11%. Debut on turf, 8%. Turf starts 15. Debut maiden special, 10. Et cetera, et cetera. All right. We finally have a past performance. It took us 7 horses to get there, but we have a past performance. Nichols at 20-1. Cristobal Herrera. Charles Treese, Greatest Honor, the sire. This horse went out at the LRC going 5 furlongs in a maiden 50K. Finished 6th place there, 18 lengths back. Not a factor. Dead last. And these two have hooked up 1 time together, not a win. So Nichols, past performance, can't tell a whole lot from that other than we're probably not going to pay him unless Sean has a card up his sleeve. Horse number 8, you want some. That's the name of the horse, 6-1. Kazushi Kimura, the jockey. Peter Miller, the trainer. Volatile, the sire. Has had 1 race, and it was the G3 Best Pal at Del Mar just 19 days ago. 6 furlongs there, started out pressuring the pace in 2nd place, held a nice little position there, but did fade back. By the time he reached the stretch, he was 6 lengths back. By the time they reached the finish line, he was 17 lengths back, finished 5th place in a 5-horse race. First time on grass, 16%. Second career race, 15%. Dirt to turf, 14% for Peter Miller, etc., etc. These two hooking up in 36 races across 365, only 11%. So these two got to bump it up a tad. We still got more. I got to check to see who's scratched here. Oh, this is the last one, the 9-horse.
Yep.
Jack 'em up. This horse ran at Del Mar in July, a little bit over a month ago, running a 5.5 furlong race on dirt. Finished at the race finished at 104, I should say. Made an optional claimer. Started off pressuring the pace. Started off in first, then was back by a head at second call, then was 1 length back at second call, but by the time he reached the stretch was 7 lengths back. By the time he reached the finish, he was 16 lengths back, finishing 6th in a 6-horse race. I feel like we've heard this before. First time on grass for Phil Oviedo, the trainer, 0% in 7 tries. Second career race, 9% in 11 tries. Maiden special weights, 9%. Turf starts, 7%. So there you have it. This race here, Sean, when I saw the scratches, I was so pissed off because I really wanted to bet the 10-horse Cosmic Charlie. Opened at 7-1. I was so excited about Cosmic Charlie, and now it's just like I don't want to look at it anymore.
Right. I like that. I like that 10 too. I know
that 10. I mean, what could have been? Raced at Del Mar here 20 plus days ago on turf, 5 furlongs. Started out pressuring the pace just a little bit, 4 lengths back, 3 lengths back, held on for 3rd place, 3 lengths back. Julian Leparoux would have taken the mount again here. What could have been? What could have been?
Yeah. My guess is his trainer probably didn't like the post 10. You know what I'm saying? Probably waited for another race. Hey, Bobby.
We've got some successes in. We've got some successes in here. Bobby D had himself a win the last race.
Good job, Bobby.
James White. There were a couple people in here who really liked the 1 and the 3.
Oh, go Jay White.
I was excited for them. And they, here we go. El Morambre likes the 5. That scares me. How do you know he likes the 5? I don't even know if he knows what's going on right now, to be honest with you, in terms of this race. Let's say something about the 5. That is a Bob Baffert horse. I'm guessing El Hombre is going to try to bet against the Bob Baffert horse if he can.
Yeah.
We did note that the Golden Pal debut here, number 6. That's fun. I always like seeing a horse
that's
here.
The Airmans too.
Yeah.
The Michael McCarthy, otherwise known as Endlessly, and their other great champion now. So they've had a good string together in the past few years, which is great.
Absolutely. Claw in order. What's up to you, buddy? Good to see you checking in.
Hello.
TVG has pulled off networks today. Can't watch Del Mar anymore unless I pay for service. No thanks. This sucks. I'm watching on TVG on my computer.
Yeah.
So maybe you can do that. I understand they've got a channel that I used to watch and subscribe to, along with Turner Classic Movies. But
Hey, Feisty. JJ scares me. The old JJ Baffert combination.
The Wanje combo. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Nice workouts.
Yeah, that horse had some pretty solid workouts. Let me scroll back up to him so we can see what was going on there with the 2. Hoaxer. Yeah, 59-second 5 furlong. And then before that, a 47-second and 3, 4 furlong, a 1 minute solid 5 furlong, another 1 minute solid 5 furlong. It looks like the Hoaxer is ready to roll. And that horse currently sitting at 9-2 is not your favorite.
Yeah, I think that's value. Yeah.
Hey, I think that's value. I'm a little bit surprised. So let's talk about the favorite right now. At 6-5 in a field full of firsters.
Yeah.
Your favorite is Repo Man. And I kind of get laying off of the Baffert horses here. You think Baffert, he's going to send firsters out there and they're going to romp. But you got to take into consideration he's got really good maiden numbers, but really bad turf numbers.
Yeah.
And this is a turf race. It's wide open. He's got 2 of them in there. One of them looks really good, and we've just talked about it. But also taken in consideration is his turf numbers, not that special. So we've got Repo Man here, Umberto Rispoli, Michael McCarthy, Golden Pal, like we talked about. So 47 second 4 furlong, 101 5 furlong, 48 second 4 furlong, 48 second again. Also putting up some pretty solid workouts.
Yeah. I think you're also getting here, to be honest with you. Yeah, the Golden Pal angle definitely is there. But you have Ammerman, McCarthy, and Rispoli. And if anyone in the West Coast knows Endlessly, and then their other star, Stark Contrast, who could be arguably the best 3-year-old on the turf. You know what I'm saying? So you have this is just that combination where, and the Ammermans. Interesting about the Ammermans, who are great friends of ours. He was my dad's boss at all the way back at Warner Lambert.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So we know the Ammermans well. Their average first time starter for the Ammermans has to be 12, 15 to 1. So the fact that this one's being bet at 6 to 5, you know what I'm saying, shows that someone knows in the back that this is not a bad animal. You know what I'm saying? Or they think he's going to be really good. So the fact that this animal is 6 to 5, because usually, especially John's horses all his horses on the east are usually trained by Brian Lynch. But on the west is Michael McCarthy. And usually his horses go off at 14, 15 to 1. So the fact that this one's being hammered,
not getting value.
It's probably someone saying, okay, we know this horse is going to be a good one, especially for his things. So I think this is an interesting race. But I do think you can still get some value,
For sure.
And
in races like this, I usually look to see, what are the horses that are second time, third time?
Yeah.
And did they have a troubled trip? Are they just getting over jitters? Were they supposed to perform better based off of the jockey, the trainer, the sire? You look at some and you're like, how did they have such a crappy race when this is a horse that came out from not this time or something like that, or an Into Mischief? Yeah. And as a great trainer, Michael McCarthy or someone like that, right?
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, I'm looking at the 3 second shooters here, and I see so little.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
You go through them. So Greatest Honor, it's a new sire, not exactly performing well. Volatile's the next one up, and that's on You Want Some. That would be one of my better sires. That would be my best of the 3. And then Jack Christopher's the third one, another really new sire who I have a low score on because, not a whole lot of progeny out there. Whereas
you look turf horse though. Yeah. But you're right though. Exactly. Yeah. So
there's not this time Twirling Candy, Charlatan. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
You look at a lot of these horses, a lot of their moms never really ran on turf, which is interesting. There's not a lot of turf starts in the pedigrees, which is for the moms, which is interesting. Obviously, Golden Pal loved turf. You know what I'm saying? There's 8 for 9, and on turf. You can't get much better than that. Obviously he loved the turf, and they're betting him accordingly. So obviously someone thinks So interesting when you look at this field. I kind of see where I'm going because I like Repo Man. I think he's going to be very tough to beat, but at the same time, and his double is pretty good here. The interesting horse here, maybe to take a look at, is I'm fascinated. The 8 doesn't have what you call turf pedigree, but the fact that Peter Miller thought to start this horse in a grade 3 and the best pal, I think that's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Start him there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Either his owner, Michael McMillan, just really wanted to have a stakes horse. You know what I'm saying? But my guess is Peter Miller said, okay, this horse could have a future, and
Yeah,
he's worked.
that's true.
He's worked well. So the fact that technically he drops, you know what I'm saying, in class, you know what I'm saying,
Oh,
like
absolutely. Yeah.
exactly. So and you put Kazushi up. I mean, and the fact that he stays with him, which I think is a very positive thing. You know what I mean? Because I think he just bit off way too much more than he could chew.
Yeah.
You know. So
There's another indicator I kind of like on that horse. So I know I just said one of the indicators that I like to look for isn't there. But this horse does have one of the indicators that I like to look for. I guess there's a few of them that do, but this horse has it because of the G3 even more so, is when you're in a pretty classy race and you get up on that pace, but you fade,
right.
and then you come back and you have like good workouts. So a 48-second 4 furlong, a 1 minute 5 furlong, right? 103, not so great. Probably just getting into shape here. A 1 minute, right? It shows that, okay, the horse wanted to get up there, wanted to be a pace setter, just wasn't in shape yet, right? Especially for a G3, just wasn't in shape yet. It's facing off against better horses. Comes back into a race like this, has been training a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Now, coming into her own or his own, is this fillies? I can't remember if it's fillies or. Is it?
No, this is no boys. Yeah.
This is the boys. This is the
Yeah.
boys. He.
Yeah.
Right, he could be coming into his own here, maturing, getting stronger, might be ready to tangle a little bit more. So, Sean, this is your race. We got 5 minutes. I'm not sure if you need much time on this,
No,
but I'll let you take it down.
Yeah, this is gonna be. I think this is gonna be very interesting. Okay, here we go. I have my official bet ready.
Okay.
The box 2, 5, 6.
Exact the box.
Yep, 2, 5, 6.
Okay.
I'm gonna let if the 8 beats me, the 8 beats me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I just don't like the pedigree. I think that it's definitely a drop down, but I don't know if he's gonna get the speed with this group. More speed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do those 3. 2, 5, 6.
I like it. I like it a lot. I would have liked it better if you put that 8 in there, though.
I know. Yeah. No. Well, I was thinking, but
I was kind of hoping you'd put the 8 in.
Yeah. Me too. I was thinking, but you know.
So the 2, 5, 6. That means that you are boxing up. Let me get a handle on this here.
Yeah.
So that means you're boxing up Repo Man, who's the current favorite at 6-5.
Yeah.
And then you're grabbing the 2 Bafferts, San Moritz, and Hoaxer.
Yeah.
We're currently sitting at 6-1 and 7-2.
And I think they could come in together. You know what I'm saying? So which would more than pay for the exact. And I think they could beat the 6. You know what I'm saying? I do think the 6 is the strong play here. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
Not at 7-5 though. Man,
yeah, right.
7-5.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyone can pick a 7-5. You know.
Yeah, a 7-5 firster when Baffert's shoving in a couple other horses. Man, I don't know.
Yeah.
Even on turf, right? I don't see it either. But like you said, if the horse is as good as we think, 2nd place, 3rd place, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, in Profit Land, our profiteers out there.
What
we got here?
Buddy?
1 and 2 is speed here. See, I don't know how we can tell right now who's going to be the speed or who's not going to be the speed. Maybe based on sire. I like to look at old numbers.
This is a very interesting, race. Who's going to be in the lead? You know, the interesting horse of like if I had to throw like in the ointment, you can't bet everybody. The 3 with Julian is just an interesting. I'm just saying it's just an interesting kind of look. Because Julian might be speed, you know, and at 5 furlongs, you never know if one horse gets, you know what I'm saying? But he might be the lead because Julian tends to like to go to the lead, you know, but I don't think they're going to stay, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
I don't think, I think we're going to see some speed here, but I don't think the speed's going to be, you know, like dominant.
I don't know where it's coming from. Yeah.
Yeah.
The 8, I think the 8 could be setting the pace here just based on what we know from what he did at Best Pal. Other than that, and Baffert, he usually trains horses for speed. Every once in a while, he's got a closer in there, but usually they're going for speed. I'm also thinking of his dirt horses too, but
And Kazushi's horse may be the fastest out of the gate, but can he
Yeah,
sustain it? That's the on the turf, you know.
yeah. We don't know. We don't know.
So this
We're gonna
is
find out shortly, though.
yeah, this is quite the interesting group here.
It's only 5
Gatekeeper in the
furlongs,
house.
so it doesn't take much. Gatekeeper
No.
in the house, indeed. Yeah,
Gatekeeper.
gatekeeper's checking in. Yeah, Tilla's
Yeah,
going off of
Curtis,
pedigree. You
Curtis
can
is in the
see.
house. Curtis, Woodsy, how are you?
So Jenny Mack has a question for Attila, asking what the pedigree says on the 8. So I'm curious what Attila says there, because Attila's got some good data, I think. I mean, I've got my own opinion. Volatile. I do general ratings on sires just based on performance of their progeny, and I try to update them as much as possible. Right now, my top 2 sires in this race are for the 5 and the 4. So my top rating is Not This Time on San Moritz, and on the 4 Twirling Candy, I've got a 7.28 there and a 7.55 on Not This Time.
Yeah.
After that, there's a few high 5s, like Charlatan gets a 5.9, Mendelssohn 5.3, and Volatile gets a 5.7.
Yeah. Harry Hampton's got 6.825. Good luck, Harry.
Good luck, Harry.
Until it says 1 and 2 are speed here. Yeah, they could definitely be.
He's got the 1 and the 2 is speed. That's interesting.
One's got to get out. One's got to get out from the rail. So you know, and the 1 could be setting it up for the 6. You know, it's both McCarthy. So you know.
Oh yeah, good point. Good point. Jenny Mack, always good to see what Jenny Mack says here. DMR race, she's got an exacta box 1, 2, 4, 5 with a win place on the 2 and the 4. Good luck to you there, Jenny.
Going into the gate.
We are going into the gate. Money pouring in on the 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big money.
That's the one I had rated highest.
Yeah.
Not a shocker.
Yeah. Big money, JJ.
Your house on wheels and current Cinnabon. Watch out for the Repo Man number 6. Indeed. All right, let me highlight Sean's bet here. Exacta box 256, $2 total, $12. Sorry, $2, $12 total. Let me go to our banner here. Take $12 out of the kitty. Meow.
The eight does seem to have taken at least to the gate. Okay, I was wondering how he would, you know.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right, I'll get ready to call this one here. We're at race 3, going 5 furlongs, and we are out. The 9 shot out like a cannon with the 8 here to follow. The 9 trying to dive in and grab the rail, but the 1 is trying to save the rail all for himself. All 3 of those horses, 1, 2, and 3, right next to each other. The 1 shot out like a cannon. Just like Attila said, the 1 is out there in front. The 8 about half a length off of him in that second position there. The 9 in the third rail out there, not third rail, but the third lane is what I was looking to say. Still trying to hang on here. The 6 trying to come in with a bit of power here. That's the Repo Man as they are coming slowly out of that turn. 22 and 7 is the quarter. The 1 still out there in front. The birds are flying. The 8 horse still giving pressure to the 1, boxing in the Repo Man who tried to take the rail. Repo Man having some troubles there. The 3 and the 9 are coming out there on the side, but the 1 still out there. Repo Man now taking over as he's about to overtake the 1. The 2 is shot out of a cannon. The 2 is going to get second.
Ooh,
No,
get second? That was close.
That was close.
Wow, watch this 2 next time. Folks.
Watch this too. That 2 had some
Put
closing
that 2 in your
speed.
stable mail, folks. That horse is
Still
going to be a monster. Yep, the 6 held on, but let's see.
Yeah.
And
But
by
did
the
the 2
way,
get third or second?
Umberto was so professional there. You know, I mean, and he could have panicked for a young horse. He got in trouble.
Yep.
He had to stalk. I mean, the 2
Yep.
had the perfect trip on the outside. The 6, look at the 6. 6 is going to be a real good one too. Yep.
I think the 2 got it.
Yep.
It's so close though. I thought on slow motion I could tell for sure, but
yeah. But the Ammerman's got a real nice horse here. I mean, this horse. I mean, you could argue the 6 lost like 5-6 lengths and still won going away. The 2 wasn't going to catch him. The 2 could be great going forward, but let's see.
All right, here we are. Oh man, so much ground to make up here.
Oh, may have just come up. Oh, that's close.
I don't know where it ends. Is it where the rail cuts
in the middle.
off?
It's in the middle. But the thing is right in the middle of the two things. That could be a tough beat or
Yeah.
the two
Or
is
if someone's
flying.
betting if someone's betting 6-1 there.
No,
Oh,
6-1.
they gave it to the king.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Michael McCarthy 1-2.
Oh, you're right. 1-2, Michael McCarthy.
Yep.
We're talking about a Baffert 1-2, but Michael McCarthy comes in and says, hold on a second.
Yep.
Jenny Mac, you're right. It was the one.
Yep.
6-1-2.
Yeah, that yep. Yeah. Thanks, James. Almost got it, buddy. Almost
call,
got
Sean.
it.
Great call.
Yeah, no, but when you saw that 6, you know, the way that and the Ammermans, I mean, that's sometimes, you know, but their average their average first time starter is like 14, 15
Yeah.
to 1. If they're getting hammered at 6-5, somebody knows something, you know, on the backstretch, you know.
Yeah.
And as impressive as that Baffert horse was, almost getting second, the 6 lost about 5-6 lengths throughout the race and still won. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
I mean, that was you know, yeah, no, until you said the 1, yeah, and ran a huge race because remember, folks, this is
And speed.
This is a great handicapping thing, as I said to you guys earlier. The 1 has to get out from the rail. The jockey has no choice. He can't take back in a 2-year-old race on the rail, because if he does, he loses so much ground, you know, and then he was going to have to send, you know, so.
Yeah, great call on that, Attila.
Yeah.
Great call.
Yeah. But 99% of the time, folks, if there's a 1 who's a first-time starter, the jockey has to get him out of the gate, or he'll just lose tremendous ground. And sometimes for a young horse, that's really tough to overcome.
Yeah, Feisty Feline, if you got a try there, it should pay out nicely with that 7-1 smack in the middle there.
Wow, nice job. There you go.
That would be nice. All right, I'm going to scroll up here, see what else we got here. 2 got second. Yeah, Jenny Mac.
92-year-old
here.
John Hammerman.
6825. So Harry got the first place correct there. Good job, Harry. Let's see if we got any other. We got some other bets out there. How far up did I scroll?
That's
Lost
John
track.
Hammerman's son there in the blue.
All right. It's not the guy who's holding the unlabeled bottle of whiskey in the winner's circle.
No,
at
he's
least.
got the flowers.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, mom and dad are 93 and 92 respectively. So
Wow.
God
They
bless
should.
them both.
So they showed a guy ringing the bell at Saratoga today
Yeah,
who was a 94-year-old Korean War veteran. And he was in a wheelchair, but as he was standing, I didn't believe my eyes. I'm like, there's no way that guy's 94. He looked so good, and he was like cognizant of what was going around it. Like the skin actually looked pretty good for 94. I was shocked. And he had a wheelchair. Like, the guy's a war vet. But yeah, I was pretty impressed by that. $64 on the trifecta if you got that. 36 on the exacta. Well done to all the winners we got out there.
Yeah,
94 years old.
Yesterday in the $200,000 race, my buddies Pietro Moran and Kevin Attard got the big win in the $200,000 race. That was Flightline's first stakes winner.
Oh, nice. What was the name of the horse?
Oh God, I should know it.
This was in Woodbine.
No, this was at Saratoga in the feature.
Oh, it was at Saratoga.
Yeah,
Kevin Attard and Pietro at Saratoga.
Is that? Yep. And and the funny thing is, there's a legendary guy up at Woodbine. He comes down to Saratoga. He was at Will Wong. You've probably seen Mr. He's a legendary guy in horse racing. And Pietro always says when he photographs him, he does well. So it's when you knew Will was at. I said you had to bet Pietro and Kevin, and sure enough, they won. So.
Oh, that's good.
Hello, Wolfie.
Look at this. I can let myself in now.
I love it.
Oh man, should never given this guy the
Big boy
keys.
now.
Should've never
Go
gave
for
me
Launch
money.
is the name of the horse. Go for
Go
Launch.
for launch. There we go. That was
Impressive.
it. Yep. 10-1.
The wolf is in the house, guys. The wolf is in the house.
Good job. He's in the house.
And-
Yep.
And I still don't have the proper drop, but I can play something for you here, Wolfie. Let's see.
And meet tri-annually at a secret country mansion in Colorado known as the Meadows.
That'll work today.
That works.
That'll work today.
Solid movie. So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Yeah. And
Because
I might as well get my
chemical is chicken that makes you crave for it nightly. Smart.
smart ass. Yeah, classic. Oh man, can't get enough of that. And yeah, if I'm gonna do drops for people who are entering, I might as well get myself a drop.
For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
There we go. Succulent Chinese meal every time. It was either
How's
that or
everyone
the
doing
baby
today,
dukes.
by the way?
We're doing good.
Doing okay.
We're doing good. Yeah.
Doing okay. We're
Well-
waiting for you to come in here so we could win some money.
Little,
I'll do-
yeah, little sad day for me. My buddy antiquarian was officially retired today due to
Oh,
a thing in his ankle, and they could have fixed it, and he could have run again. But the great people at Centennial Farms, the great thing about them is they care more about their horses than winning, which is really cool. And Don Little made
Good.
the decision. He said, "No, we're not going to. He's 5 years old. We're not going to do that to him. Time to just rehab it and then be a dad." So
Yeah.
they said, "No, we're not gonna go on, and
Yeah.
he's gonna get a nice life." So and I couldn't be prouder of him in the way he went out with that effort at a shorter distance versus both sovereignty and nitrogen. He was right there with both.
right. Right.
So he couldn't have gone out with a 1.3 million, not too shabby,
Not a sad day at all. He's going
No.
out on top, gets to
Yeah.
retire in style. Good
Now
for
we
him.
get to see baby peas.
Yeah.
So kudos to him on a great career.
All right, guys. I'm gonna have to cut out here probably in about 20 minutes or so.
No problem.
I think I probably got enough time to see the next race
Okay.
and then have to take care of family matters here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run through the past performances while you guys get your paperwork in order here.
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
The next race at Del Mar, race number 4, 6.5 furlongs, claiming price of $50K for a purse of $60K for 3-year-olds. All right, I think that's good enough. The first horse we'll talk about here, the one horse, L. Rankin. Sire, Maximus Mischief, trainer Pete Miller, Ricardo Gonzalez is the jockey of record on this horse. Finally, we get some past performances here, by the way. After all of these maidens and their firsterisms, and oh man, what can you say? What can you say? Last time out, an optional claimer going 5.5 furlongs. Was sticking around. Looks like this is a horse based on first call, second call. Likes to give a little bit of pace pressure here. 1 length off, back by a head, 1 length off. At second call, 1 length, 2 lengths by a head, 1 length. So you're going to get a little bit of pace pressure here with a little bit of charge down the stretch. Last time out, first time in optional claimers after graduating out of maidens. Came in second place, just 1 1/4 lengths off of the winner there. So didn't have that out of maidens curse, if you will. Pretty solid work for him there. Beaten favorite last time too, and Peter Miller 24% coming out of that. Next up, number 2 horse, we have Wall Street, who is a scratch. Is that right? Late scratch?
Yep.
Or just a scratch? Anywho, Wall Street has been scratched. We'll move
Wall
on to the
Street
3.
has been scratched, and Fianello has been scratched.
That's right. The 4 horse has been scratched.
Yeah. So
Send It Mo. Send It Mo. The 3 horse 4-1 morning line. Don't have the odds in front of me right now. Antonio Frizu, the jockey. Yaupan, the sire. And George P., the big Papa Bear, is the trainer here. First time claiming from this horse here. Doug O'Neill was the last trainer. Perdomo had him previously before that and got a very close second place with this horse. Another horse that looks like is going to be applying some pace pressure, if not being the pace setter here, was a winner last time out here at Del Mar. about a month ago with Antonio Frizu in the mount here. 4-1 for Send It. Fianello scratched. The 5-horse Liam Smith starting off at 8-5, currently sitting at 4-5. Jeff Mullins, the trainer. Yaramio, the jockey. Midshipman, the sire. This horse has had a couple optional claimers. Last time out, setting the pace. Another pace setter here, so we could have a pretty hot pace. Yaramio had him all 4 times. Last time out, though, did fall back a little bit, 3rd place, but only 1 1/4 lengths off at the finish. The time before that was claimed by Mullins from Doug O'Neill. Got himself a nice little optional claimer win, 11-length victory in a 7-horse race. Congratulations on that one. Sammy Davis, the 6-horse, 5-1. Joel Rosario, John Sadler, and Sir Prancelot is the sire here. This horse coming off of turf race, 1 mile optional claimer, was 2 lengths off there. It looks like this is another horse that likes to apply pressure, but definitely faded back. I don't think the distance was right for this horse. Joel Rosario in the mount there, but got 6th place out of 7, 9 lengths back. Before that, 6.5 furlongs at the Echo Eddie B 125K stakes race. Finished 6th place in that one. That's dead last, 9 lengths back. Yeah, but this horse has seen some stakes success. We look at a whole chunk of stakes races here after breaking his maiden. 1st, 5th only by 2, 2nd, and very close 2nd place races here too. So not great at stakes races, but getting some success there for Sammy Davis. And finally, last but not least, the Opus Uno, or Ochno, Joe Bravo, the jockey there, 6-1. The morning line, Vino Rosso, the sire. Pete Miller, the trainer. Last time out, went a mile, was close to the pace. We got a lot of horses that like to sit close to that pace, but definitely faded back at 1 mile, 10 lengths off in 4th place in that last race at their finish. Before that, tried turf for a spell, got 2nd place, 5 lengths back in that one. And then before that, won himself an optional claimer by a nose. So that's just me running through past performances, telling you a couple little snippets of what I see. Sean, what do you like about this race? Let's jump on over to you, and we'll give Chase the final stamp of approval. He can open up the purse on this one.
Yeah, I find this race a little bit fascinating here.
Oh, yes.
Like on numbers, if you're just a numbers person,
sure.
Liam Smith dominates this group. I mean, just on like buyer. If you're a buyer player, the 5 just dominates this group, and you throw away even the turf start at Del Mar was pretty solid there. It came in 3rd, but I mean it was still going right there at the end. And Jeremy stays the muscle massed Jeff Mullins is on a huge run right now down there, doing well. I mean, so you look at that, and owned by Les Blake, and you say, okay, just the numbers, this horse should dominate this group. Then you look at his workouts, and I find this interesting. 82 out of 134, 53 out of 101, 19 out of 89, 77 out of 80. Right, but you look at Jeff Mullins. If you know Jeff Mullins, he doesn't work his horses out fast. They never really run that fast. You know what I'm saying? So you can't make that distinction that he's maybe not like in Del Mar as a Sandy, because he always runs his horses. Doesn't work out his horses particularly fast. So I think on paper this horse just dominates this group. I really do. If I was going to use a second horse, I have to think that Peter Miller's 7 is in there to give the 5 and the 6 and the 3 a little bit of a even further help. And I think that 1 sets up nicely our ranking for the 2nd spot, because he seems to be the only one who can close it. Like that last race where he's 2nd with Gonzalez. I know Gonzalez is first time Lasix. Gonzalez has not had a great meet here, but he's still 13% of the year. He's a much better rider than his numbers are are indicating. Still has won a couple, but I'm saying I think the 1 will be sitting perfectly off where he can just close for second. But I think this
Yeah.
is the 5's race to win. Everyone else is going to be behind. It's going to be one of those spread out Del Mar, like where we're running almost 3 different races. It'll be 5 winning everybody else. What do you think there, sir?
I don't think it's that. Jeez, get away, fly. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't think it's that determined that horse is going to win this race, to be honest with you. I think this is way more evenly spread. So I run different numbers than a lot of the breeze nets or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Or buyer speed figures, right? I try to run my own figures, and yeah, there's a lot of green here when I run my heat map across the 5, but I don't think that it is completely solid. I think Sammy Davis, especially considering that horse has been running in a ton of stakes races, I think that horse looks really solid here. I think the 3, especially in that last race that the 3 ran, pretty big race, 7-horse field at Del Mar, similar race, 5.5 furlongs though, but completely blew away the rest of the pack there. And you can see here, even the breeze net speed figure on that was 96. Going back to Papa Bear here, Send It Mo. I don't think that 4 to 5 is the right number for Liam Smith. I think this field is way more open than that. And even if I scroll back up to the 1, I don't have the 1 highly rated, but I do like the fact that bouncing out of maidens, this horse was able to still maintain a competitive edge here.
Especially
right? And
open.
yeah, it's second place to Send It Mo too, which is the horse that I was just drooling all over here. So yeah, I agree. You look at Liam Smith, the horse looks very solid. He's got a win in his maiden, came out of optional claimer, had a big solid win there. Tried out turf and got a 3rd place there. The horses looked good, but he's also not got as much opportunity for us to pick him apart as some of these other horses, right? Because you can look at the past performances on a bunch of these, on a whole bunch of horses that start off their careers and they look really solid, and they get a few more races in them and get a few more chinks in the armor. The average on the buyer figures comes down a little bit, right? So I think that this race is wide open. I think it's a good race to actually bet against Liam Smith, especially if you want to do a win. I think the 3 is a great place to look. I think that the 6 is also a great place to look to get some value. So that's what I'll leave you with. I'm going to say, yeah, Liam Smith looks really good, but I also like the 6, the 3, and I, got a little bit of something for the 1 there. But I think in a small field like this, you probably don't want to go too far. So Chase, you're a closer on this. You own the bet at the end. What are your thoughts on our conflicting views here?
So why is Liam Smith here? That's my big question. Why is Liam Smith in this race if he's running an 89, 90 buyer? Yeah. Why is he in for a tag also at the $50,000 level? I figure if you have a horse that's running this well, why do you want the tag on him? And also, I feel like this horse is extremely pace compromised. As we said, there is a ton of pace in this race. I think you have to start looking at a horse like El Rankin, who Peter Miller might have sent out a rabbit for with the 7 Opus. And I think, the 6 Sammy Davis is probably your most logical, especially with Rosario on. I don't know. I'm very wary of this 5 here. I think that this really plays out well to not only maybe go win bet, but also this feels like it was just, I'm tingling here from all the trifecta possibilities, I think. Because if you can beat Liam Smith out of 2nd, possibly 3rd, then you've got just, big balloons with the trifecta. I'm interested here because we see that
in a 5-horse race, that's asking a lot, though. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
It's true. El Rankin last out as the odds-on favorite, lost to Send It Mo, but that's also notated in the DRF as a ace. So when he's got some heat to run into, I mean, he won as made an optional claimer for 35,000, but he definitely didn't make a fool of himself last out. You've got 19% for over 180 days for Peter Miller, 15% first Lasix, 18 on the dirt. There's all sorts of things here. I think you try to get cute with the trifecta.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna go 1-6 with 1-5-6 with 1-3-5-6, because I think the 7 is just going to burn it down on the front and maybe fade out of the try. So let's do that for $2, which I believe would be a $16 play.
Okay, well, it was 1-6 with 1-3-6?
1-6 with 1-5-6 with 1-3-5-6.
1, 3, 5, 6. And so that's for $2 for 16 total. All right, let me hit the magic button here. The pick is in. All right, let me know if I've got this right here. Boom. So we've got a trifecta with 1-6, 1-5-6. Oh, period. 1-5-6 with 1-3-5-6. We're playing that for $2. And total price I will remove that. I'm just kidding. It's only momentarily. Watching this out soon and adding in so much more. So 70 minus 16. This is why I did math in high school. We are down to $54 now for the last 4 races.
Yeah. Hi, Damien.
I like it.
Welcome, my friend. Yeah, unfortunately, we cannot stream the live races because we do not have proper consent from. So we can only call them for you, but we cannot show them.
Yeah, this show could end prematurely if we did that and we didn't get the proper sign-offs. But when we switch to Woodbine, we will be able to do that because Sean Patrick Nolan has some pull there. Our boy has pull at Woodbine. So we will be showing live streaming of the races when we do flip the switch to go there.
Kyle Graves is going to try wheel 3 with 5-6 with 1-5-6-7. He's liking the 3.
Good luck to you there, Kyle. I get it. I like that too. Yeah, that's a good call.
Feisty says, sit out the race, fellas.
It's a great race to sit out, honestly. It really, if we weren't playing this like if we were on track, this would be a great race to sit out because
lunch. I'd be getting lunch right now.
Right.
Something to eat. I'd be definitely doing something.
There's something to be said for sitting on your hands when you need to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're playing with fantasy dollars though, so no big deal. 5 looks like speed of the speed, turf speed, or dirt speed with Yaramio. All right, thank you, Attila. I know you called it last race too, or maybe 2 races ago with the 1 as a starter there. Anthony's got the 3 with the 5, 6, 9 at Woodbine. Am I reading that right? At Woodbine? Not here? Woodbine's going right now? Or is it too late for Woodbine?
It would have to be Woodbine. I think it's the last race at Woodbine, probably.
Yeah, that makes sense. If anyone else has a bet, feel free to drop it in here so we can post it and celebrate it if you win. 4 minutes to post here. Currently, our 1 is looking at 8-1 right now. The 5 is even money. The 6 is sitting around at 5-2. The 3, 7-2, and the 7, we haven't given a whole lot of love to at all. I don't think I've seen anyone in the comments here. Oh no, Harry just gave love to the 7. Is sitting at 7-1. Harry Hampton's got 7, 5, and 3. Attila's got the 5 to win, so he's taking the even money there to win. Here we go.
Listen, if we're on the numbers, then even money is a gift with this horse.
Yeah.
Someone said 5 is the speed of speed. I agree that 5 is the speed of speed, but how hard is that 5 going to have to work to actually get out in front? This just feels like a prescription for a recipe for a meltdown.
It could be a trap, right? Could be a
That's a
total
trap.
speed trap. That's a trap. Oh, we need that drop. What am I doing? What am I doing? Exacta box for Bobby D. First bet, Bobby 1-5-6. Good luck to you there, Bobby D. Curtis Stinnett rolling in with a trifecta himself. 3-5 with 3-5-1-6-7. Good luck to you there, Curtis.
By the way, if you're betting Woodbine, bet that new trainer up there, Sean Patrick Nolan. One race, one win. The only trainer.
He's breaking all my formulas with that
The only
percentage.
trainer who's 100% up there all year. Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you,
That's what
Woody.
I'm talking about.
Are you listed in the program as the trainer for that horse? I think that would be
that would be
Oh!
that would be my girl Michelle Love. Exactly. She gets all the love. Exactly. And credit for that. Exactly.
Yeah.
However, my training, I was out for all three, for their breeze, their work, and and I was in charge of bath time. So I will take some credit, and I had to speak to them, so I will take credit for this one race. Exactly. For helping.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've never done it.
Yeah.
We were supposed to a year ago. I've never done it, but I hear that going to the track with Sean Patrick Nolan is a treat in itself. So, Wolf of Oak Lawn, if you ever get the shot to party at the track with Sean, you'll be rubbing elbows with all sorts of fun people. I know you've got pictures with Safi, so that's awesome. But yeah, Sean definitely gets
the Wolf has got
preferential
Safi.
treatment.
The Wolf is
has
legendary.
Yeah.
Chase is legendary.
Someone commented that on that picture that said it looked like I got caught mid drug deal, and I was like, you know what? You're not wrong. It is kind of what that looks like.
Oh, what?
We're making our way to the gate now.
Can I get the final copy of that?
Pick 5 pullovers. Almost 300,000 now.
Guys, your memory stick. There we go. Let's get this going. We got 1 minute to post here.
By the way, can I say kudos to horse racing, right? Opening day at Kentucky Downs on Travers Day. What?
Yes.
What are we thinking?
What? What
are we thinking?
Sunday couldn't have been a good opening day.
I know, dude.
Your Midsummer Derby and your
Friday
against the Travers.
Thursday
Good Lord.
night. Do it right now. We could have done
good
Kentucky
Lord.
Downs.
What are we thinking? You know?
Yeah.
Come on. Be better.
I mean, they also haven't upgraded the video there past essentially CRT quality.
I'm
So,
like,
they do things differently at Kentucky Downs.
Yeah.
The stretch run makes me think of that scene in Monty Python where the guy's running from across the field and they cut back and he's running at the same distance.
The same distance.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden they're at the finish line.
That is so true. Oh my God.
Rest in peace, Tim Curry.
Like, why do they cut?
Tim Curry.
Seriously. Mr.
Rest
Right
easy,
himself.
Dr. Frankenfurter.
Oh my gosh. No, that's so right though. Yeah. That camera work gets me every single time. Like, how can they not correct that? And they're off.
And they're off.
Who's getting out of the gate there first? The 5 is definitely trying to make a name for himself there if he hasn't done so already. Yes, Liam is getting out there in front. He's got a nice length lead on everyone else. The 3 is definitely trying to stick it to him, though, by sneaking into that rail. He's only half a length behind here, but the 5 definitely wants to grab that rail. We got ourselves a peeing match here, ladies and gentlemen. Got 3 horses behind them, the 1, the 6, and the 7, all getting a view from behind. The 7 starting to drop back a little bit more. The 5 still got about a 2-length lead on the 3 there. And then several lengths back are the rest of the horses. Right now, it is all 5 and 3, but really it's all 5.
4.
21.91, and it's a 6.5 furlong race. That's pretty smoking here. So let's see what we got in terms of a stretch run. The 3 definitely trying to hang on and get something at the end here, hoping that the 5 is spent. 44 even half. Guys, that is smoking, and the 5 is just still chugging along here. Hasn't shown signs of slowing down yet, and the rest of the pack, the 3's having some trouble there. It's all the 5. Whoever said just ship it on the 5, I think you're correct, because he's going to win by about 10 lengths. No one else has any prayer at all. I was completely wrong. 108 3/4 mile. Wow.
No one
Finish time
went.
114.
No one went. What the hell?
I think he's just
No.
too fast for them. I really do.
There was a horse that went, but it was the 5.
I just think the 5 was just too fast for them. You know, I mean, those Bayard numbers just tower over. This group is like 60, 70. He's up at 90, you know? I mean, just
We
the
needed a
speed.
bigger field to beat him, apparently.
Yeah. Well, the two
There's got to
scratches,
be like
the two scratches didn't
15
help
way
either.
shake.
But
There's
ahead,
got to be
Chase.
a double-digit way shake for the claim here.
yeah,
since he was
that
good for the
that
tag.
office right now is mighty toasty. That racing office right now has about 24, 25 trainers in it probably. They're crammed in, you know?
It doesn't make sense why that horse was there in the first place. Like it's an easy
Yeah.
win, but like you're probably gonna lose that horse, and if you're gonna dump that horse, then you've just dumped a really good racehorse for
right.
you know, you probably could move that up to $80,000, you know, $100,000 optional claimer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe had a good chance of
claimer
winning.
with a 60K purse. Yeah. That he just romped.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just like, you know. I mean, yeah. When you looked at the barn, like, yeah. I mean, it just looked like. And he been running against the Capo and not a Center. Those are two good horses. You know, that would have been 4 to 5 in this group, and you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. But then again, Jeff Mullins is one of those trainers. You know, who he kind of reminds me of my boy Ken Sweezy. You know.
Okay.
He's trying to win for his connections, you know, and if it means losing the horse, you know what I'm saying? I agree with you, Chase, 100%. What is he doing here? But he's just one of those trainers where like Kent's like, hey, if I can get my guy 50,000 and a win, you know what I'm saying, and the purse is 60,000, I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Yeah.
if you got one of those owners that just wants to win, hey, you put him in the right spot, and you know. You're gonna lose them, but you got the win, and you got the claim and the win. You know.
He needed a quick 50K. That's what he needed.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, you know.
Or percentage thereof.
Yeah, exactly. So.
All right, guys. I'm going to hand the reins over to you because I'm doing
Okay.
you no good here, and I got to get to other stuff here. We got open house tonight at the school, so
Oh, there you
at best, yeah. At best, I might tune in from the car, but I think even then I'll be too late.
No. Exactly. That goes first. Exactly.
Yeah. We're knocking on the door here, though. We're knocking on the door. 4 more
Uh,
races. Good luck to you, gents. Have a good one.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, that was right away. Geez, I was kind of with you, Chase. There on the, I thought someone 2 or 3 would go with them. They tried to just sit back and eat their popcorn and watch the movie.
It's like they psyched themselves out, and they're all like, "Oh, someone else is gonna go, right? Someone else is gonna go."
I think that happens in races. A couple of my jockey friends have said they've been in races, right, where they study the form very carefully. You know, like, oh, there's going to be like 4 or 5 horses in speed. I'm going to have to reserve a little bit, right? And then all of a sudden, 3 other jockeys have the same idea, but the one guy who's in front says, "No, I'm going." And then all of a sudden, they all hold back. He goes, and then, whoa, wait a minute. There's no. What happened to the other 3 horses? You know,
Right.
and
Yeah,
then
I like seeing it on wet tracks whenever the speed has just been cruising and cruising and cruising, then all of a sudden everybody goes.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that's I think I think they might have psyched themselves out a little bit. I'm salty about that. I'm salty that no one went.
I'll tell you, one of my favorite angles, Chase, is at Oaklawn when it's muddy. Look for the horse that has their tail tied, because that means the trainer thinks the horse is going to run well. They don't want to, add an extra weight to it. You know what I'm saying? So they have it tied,
Right.
so that when they go through the mud, it won't affect them.
It's interesting. That is an interesting angle, and I'm going to remember that. $6 for the 50-cent trifecta. That honestly paid better than it should have. Once again, the Quinella tops the payouts, Sean, with $9.60.
$9.60. Well,
for
you
the
know what? I
Cornet.
think a lot of people, and even I'm going to say with the group, $13 is not a terrible exacta. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
But I'm saying I think a lot of people were kind of on your thinking. The one I thought was going to make a much more, well, as you said, nobody went, so the one was kind of on their own. I think the one was hoping that the other people. I think Peter Miller was hoping that everyone else would go, and his one, but without anyone going with him for Liam, you know. And
Yeah.
the seven wasn't even there. You know what I mean? So
And it's interesting because he had the 7 as well, so you would think that he'd
right,
want the 7 to go to set up the 1. I
right,
don't I
exactly.
don't
Yeah.
get
And
it.
as soon as that happened, it just didn't. Weird.
Didn't materialize.
No, the way I saw the race playing out was the 5 going to lead, but I did not see everybody just holding back, except the
Right.
3. You know.
Right.
All right, my friend, we got the 5th race. We're going to come right back here. We got on the turf, mile 16th on the turf shoot, maiden 62.5 for maiden fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. How'd you see this race, my good man?
When I projected this pace, I had the 2 and 5 out leading the pack, the 1, 3, 4, and 8 kind of sitting a little bit off of it, and then the 6 and the 7 trying to come pretty deep off. I'm kind of interested in the 7 Cuban Flame, the French horse for Leonard Powell, Victor Espinoza up. The horse lost by half a length after the Dwelt start last out. You get first time Lasix, you got first time with the trainer, first time in North America. I think it's a really kind of interesting play that maybe you get the European turf horse in here that can maybe show off. Interesting though that the horse is a maiden and they're going to go ahead and they're going to take this. They're going to take. Oh, sorry. For some reason, I was thinking this wasn't a maiden race. I think it's a pretty ambitious place to put this horse. I kind of like it a little bit to maybe try to pick up the pieces because it's a horse that's actually showed that it knows how to pass other horses. Jet Black Jewel, I mean, should be sitting a good trip. If you look at the drop in class, then that's a definitely a big positive. You had the 3 ascending buyers with the 72 speed figure. 5 Golden Hope. If Golden Hope can just sit right off of it, then maybe he's got a pretty good chance. But it seems like he's wanted to go for the front, and whenever he doesn't make the front, he kind of fades out of it. And I think it's the 2 of Velvet Rain who beats him to the front and probably takes him out of it. So I thought the 4 Jet Black Jewel, naturally sure. I'm really intrigued by the 7 Cuban Flame though here. I kind of like the performance after the Dwelt start. What do you think here, Sean?
Yeah, you like the what horse is it, my friend? Sorry.
The 7 Cuban Flame.
Yeah. No, I think that is quite an interesting horse myself. I was looking at that horse. I think especially for Leonard Powell. The only thing I don't like about Leonard Powell right now is that Leonard Powell is nothing in his barn right now is firing at all. You know what I'm saying? And he's usually better than that, And again, I have no problem an English horse coming from the synthetic to. How many times have we seen that where they come to turf and run monster? You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
So I have no problem with that. Interesting. He did give him a workout in July over the Del Mar turf course, so he has she's had at least an experience. First time Lasix. There's a lot of firsts, which I'm not liking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like horses that generally try a lot of first things. You know what I'm saying? Like all at one time. To me, that could be a little bit of a, but based on the pedigree, obviously, could have not a problem taking to the turf at all. So I wouldn't talk you off that at all. I was kind of leaning, and I was seeing what we have here. What are our odds right now here? See what we're dealing with here. Yeah, Jet Black Jewel's the even money favorite. I can see it. Hess having a really strong meet, goes from DeSormo to JJ. You know what I'm saying? So, and the buyer numbers are are ascending, as you said, 64, 65, 72. So you can really respect that,
Yeah.
in terms of the only thing I can see is that no bid, mild rally, no response. However, he ran against subtomatic law, and then, but here's an interesting thing: came in third, and Golden Hope beat him. You know what I'm saying? So both these horses are now dropping into claiming races, and Golden Hope was able to beat this horse. Off
Yeah.
sluggishly. So that's a little bit of a we got some talent, but are we just a plotter? You know what I'm saying? Like in
Right.
terms of is this, and the fact that we're dropping to me says, and maybe we found the right sandbox with the right friends and everything, but I'm not crazy about the even money.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
Yeah, and oh yeah, Zaydan's been shipped to Churchill Downs, getting ready for the big debut of the Rich Horse. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. The maiden debut of the century. Love it.
yeah. So I'm trying to kind of look at like an interesting, trying to find an angle here. You know, and I think
Right.
I found my angle here that I like here. I am going with a price. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going with Storm Lady, the one, Carla Gaines and Kazushi Kimura. And the interesting thing I'm finding with this horse is the 4 is 4 to 5, right? I think this horse could definitely win. I mean, and he's got JJ, but I think this 1 could be a play, and I'll tell you why. Um, you look at this horse and Barrios. The maiden specials, but he's running against Eiffel, Madonna Loretto, Favorite to You. He was never going to beat that group. Dropped down, and with Hector Barrios had a really nice third at Del Mar. Something went wrong between the 25th and the 26th, right? Got bet down to 3-1, so somebody thought this horse was going to run. And off a year layoff, right? Passed some people there, not a threat, but did pass a couple in the lane. You got to figure the horse needed a race, and did show at Del Mar that he has a propensity to close. So I think at 10-1 with this field, this 1 could be an absolute shocker.
Storm Lady. Looking at the Clocker reports, Storm Lady actually one of the better Clocker reports for this race, getting a B-. Shout out to the Daily Racing Forum who provides me with these Clocker reports. Velvet Rain also had a pretty good workout last out. Was under wraps, ran a 47.6 4 furlong race, got a B for that. Cuban Flame, my horse, not necessarily the strong Clocker report here, getting a C. All out by while best by 2 lengths over claiming type named Photogenic. I'll tell you what though, Sean, I just watched the replay of that Wolverhampton race.
Yeah.
And Cuban Flame could not have gotten a worse start. We're talking walked out of the gate.
Right. Yeah.
I think the turn of foot that she showed, she showed at the end there was pretty remarkable. I'm sold on that. I do like Storm Lady though. The big thing in these turf races, we're going turf route, showing a little bit of the ability to pass other horses is going to be big. I love Kazushi Kimura. Carla Gaines is having a great one. I guess it all comes down to what are we going to do? I don't know. I'm not sure if Kurt Hoover likes my 7 here. He likes the 4-7, kind of what I was thinking as well.
I definitely think the 4 is the horse to beat. I'm not saying that I don't think he is. If anyone's thinking of not using him, I definitely think he is the horse to beat. His buyer numbers are improving. But now you're going a little bit longer, and the question will be, did he find the right sign box, or does he hang again, kind of like, going a little bit longer, or is he just the best horse? And he may just be just the best horse,
Right.
And the buyers definitely tower over this group. But the interesting Golden Hope, though, ran a 67, and on that thing, and it lost the integrity at Gulfstream. I mean, that's a very good horse. He was Golden Hope was a Rapoli horse,
Yeah.
So, and he paid 300,000 for him. So at one point, yeah, Gatekeeper. There's a scenario in here definitely where I see the 4. I mean, it's just with JJ,
Right.
On buyer figures again, he just looks. But you look at it though, 65, 64. The 6 has got, 5's got at least 67s, straight 60s. The only thing about the 6 is that you wonder if 5. Does he run the same race every time?
Right.
So
Right.
I'm gonna hope. Okay, I'm gonna put my bet out there right now for people. I'm gonna go, and Chase is gonna pick us up even more in the next race. I am just gonna go 4 across on the 1. I think 11-1 is just too good for this horse coming off the layoff. And I think at 11-1, if the favorite ever doesn't run, then you could get a real nice cross thing.
Right.
I think he's going to run, but I think that we're really just trying to beat him, And
Right.
we got Kazushi here. All right. And that will leave you, what is that, $42 for the next race, which you will definitely blow up nicely for us and bring us right back up there after this win. Put that in now. Okay, Chase, we need, everybody wants to hear it. Who is going to win the Travers Stakes?
Oh man. Let me take a look. I will give the disclaimer that I still need to do my handicapping for the Travers.
Yeah.
But let's see. Let me look at the entries here because it's I don't know, it feels like a pretty stacked race, kind of not like Whitney, grade, but still pretty stacked here. Oh man. We got Napoleon Solo. The Puma. God, have I given up on the Puma yet? I'm not sure. I think it's probably finally Renegade time, and it makes a lot of sense for Renegade to finally kind of get up for Rapoli and win him a Travers. I think that probably works out. I've gone against Golden Tempo in pretty much every single race that Golden Tempo's run, so I'm not going to stop doing it now. I do think it could be as simple as Renegade, though. It's interesting. I do there's so many horses that I like and I've seen, excluding Emerging Market. What is Emerging Market doing in the Travers after running just a clunker of a race? Whatever, I was there in my presence.
Yeah.
Going in an allowance optional claimer, coming in second, and at 1-5. I don't get what he's doing in this race, or either that or Chad Brown's got something really sneaky there with Emerging Market. But I think it probably sets up pretty well for Renegade. I think there is a good little bit of pace, but it also sets up well for Golden Tempo. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a replay of the stretch drive of the Kentucky Derby. What did you think of the Travers?
Yeah, well, this is fascinating to me. This race is fascinating to me because I went over it with and I think Renegade's really coming into his own. However, I'm a huge Tyler Gaffilione fan. He's one of my favorite people in racing. Him and B. Walsh are like my boys. I think that other than Junior and Mott, they're like my favorite duo. Is right.
Right.
He's never ridden them though before, which is interesting. With Irad out, it's hard for a jockey who hasn't ridden a horse to really get a grasp of a horse like him going into a big race. Do I think Tyler can do it? But it's just an interesting little bit of a thing there. Yes, they are allowing show betting, Jenny. Yep. But yeah, that's a little bit of a shock game changer for me there. I think Tyler more than capable, and if he gets a good ride, I mean, absolutely. But yeah, that's not the horse that. Oh, someone like yeah, exactly. But there we are. Are you back? Do we have him back? Maybe. Attila is saying the 5 is definitely valued. Yep. Oh, until yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, absolutely. And Anthony's going 5 with 1-3, so he thinks it's value too. Like it. Hi, Irene. How are you, my friend? Great to see you. I will say this though. With the Puma coming back, and he needed that Haskell. I don't think the Haskell, he was not even trying to win that race. I'm convinced. He was just, they had to get a race into the Puma before the Travers. They couldn't have him go straight to the Travers. And now he gets Javier back, folks. Javier has won 7 times. Think of that, folks. Javier has a touchdown worth and extra point worth of Travers victories. That is amazing.
That's pretty amazing.
I mean, so if anybody knows how to win the Travers, it's Javier Castellano. And I have to think, Chase, that race at Haskell, they weren't trying to win that with the Puma. They just had to give him a race. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could tell by the way they were riding him. It was just we had to get some tightener into him before the Travers. You know.
Absolutely.
That was not their goal at all, you know. So I think we're going to see the real Puma. Is he good enough to beat this group? That will be interesting. But the horse that's really again the curse is against him with the Curlin. You can't win the Curlin and win the Travers. No one's won the Curlin and won the Travers.
Right.
But man, was that Chad Brown horse like really impressive.
C Strike, right?
Yeah, C Strike.
Yeah.
I mean, that effort was just like eye catching, you know. And we all know Chad is trying so hard, being the kid from Saratoga, to win the big race, you know.
Right.
And if that's the effort, if he puts that effort forth again, that could be like an Arrogate type situation there, where they're all just kind of looking, you know, back. But I think it's a fascinating race. I really do.
Yeah.
I thought Silent Tactic ran an absolutely huge race coming 5 months off the. I don't like the 10 post for him, but that horse is always around. You know what I'm saying? Always finds a way to get in the money. So if you're a trier, I don't like the 10 post for him, but that horse always seems to find a way into the money. You know.
Right.
And so, and you would know that being an Oaklawn guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Always there. You know what I mean? So, I think it's a fascinating. And then, of course, folks, we're all going to say it, right? I'm already hearing it. Renegade's this. And then we got Chad Brown's horse is going to win, right? Once again, everyone's going to forget about the Derby winner and the Belmont winner and say, oh, and the pace is going to be slow that day. And they say, oh, he can't do it again. And then all of a sudden down the stretch, here comes this horse.
Right.
It's been Jose's year. It's been the ladies' year. You know what I'm saying? Is that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll get in. I'll do my deep handicap. I'll project pace and everything, and then I'll probably settle on it. It's just right now my gut is telling me Renegade. Renegade is just due for the big pop and performance to just get over the hump. It's been Renegade's been so close in everything except for the Arkansas Derby, which I think he won for fun. But
he did, yeah.
I think Renegade's interesting. What about Ocelli? Do you think Ocelli hits the board?
No.
Don't think Ocelli even hits the board?
I think his magic is kind of. I hope this is. I love rooting for. Yeah, and here's the other thing too to me. Now don't get me wrong here. No, Iran is not back for the Travers. Here's the other thing. I think if Tyler legitimately thought he loves that horse Ocelli, he wouldn't take. I mean, obviously you have to take the Mount on Renegade. You're not stupid, but I'm just saying, he's off at Ocelli. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Which to me says,
Yeah.
I will also say this is just my opinion. It has nothing to do with the race. I love Lindsay Schultz. I think she's one of the best young trainers in the game, right? But after what Jorge did in that Haskell to win, and you take him off for Paco, not a fan. I know Paco's worked this horse, and he's always thought he's a grade 1 horse and all that stuff, but I only go on what I saw. You know what I'm saying? The reason why, what's his name, lost to Haskell is because Vargy came back and beat him,
Right.
I would have kept him up. But, if she loves Paco, I mean, it's her choice. I just don't like when a rider gives you a ride like that and puts you on the map, and then you take them off. I just don't like that.
I agree.
But that's just me.
Ooh.
Less than 2 minutes left.
I'm hoping I'm not making too much out of one single race replay with this 7. We'll see. We'll see with Cuban Flame. You ever do that? You see one race replay where the horse had trouble and you absolutely fall in love and you're like, this is a monster. No way this horse could lose.
Right.
I'm betting the horse that dwelt the start. I don't have any proof that the horse can actually get out of the gate on time,
Yeah. I think it's a fascinating race.
What did you do? 4 across the board?
Yeah, on the 1. Yeah. Harry's doing a Chad Brown exacta emerging market and C strike. There is.
I finally have.
Go ahead.
I finally have control here, so I want to see if I did this right.
Look at that! Like a pro.
Look at that!
Look at that! Well done.
He's still got it, baby. He's still got it.
He still got it. They've gotten on the turf course, so we're just a minute away. Tell us who you guys like in the Travers, dear guys. Who's your picks? Who's going to win the Travers this Saturday? It's supposed to be an amazing card.
I'm looking at the doubles into the next race, and the horse that I like is being slammed in the 4-1. 4-1 daily double here. I'm trying to get a little value playing the daily double with 7 with the big Cheeseola in the next race, which we'll talk about more, of course.
All right, the horses have reached the starting gate. 3-5 favorite. And he may make 3-5 look like a gift.
Oh, we got the 7 pooping on the way into the gate. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Lighter. Lighter.
Doesn't matter because Sean's horse is going to run off the screen, and he's going to get us back trending in the right direction here.
They are all in line. And they're off. Nice start there for everybody. And it's the outside horse, the 8, who seems to be going for the lead here, as well as the 2, the 4, the 8, the 1 right on the inside, the 3, 5, 6, and 7. But it is the 2 who is in command right now. The 8 right on his outside, the 4 with the 1 sitting perfectly in 4th, the 5 right on the outside, the 3, the 5, the 6, and the 7. First quarter 23 and 4, not a really fast pace out there, but the 2 still sitting very comfortably up there in the lead, 6-1, the 8 at 40-1 trying to shock the field, the 3-5 favorite sitting very comfortably in 3rd, the 1 sitting right off their flank there in 4th was Kazushi, the 3 kind of pulling on his horse there, the 5 sitting right outside, 6 and 7. So it's the 2 still in the lead, 49.5, not a fast pace at all. But we have the 2 still out in control, the 4 sitting very comfortably, the 1 sitting still in a very nice position, the 8 on the outside, the 5, 3, 6, and 7. But coming around the far turn, and it is the 2 that is still sitting there pretty. The 4, 3-5, still maintaining that spot right on the outside. Kazushi's got a nice spot there with the 1 if he has any horse. The 3 making a move on the outside. Down the stretch they come. The 2 is in the lead. The 1, Kazushi's trying to find a hole. The 4 is not having it today. The 5, down the stretch they come. The 5 is still in the lead. 2, 3, 1, but it's going to be 5, 3, 2. Hated that favorite.
Yeah.
Hated that favorite.
Good race to go against the favorite. I thought the 5 would be out of it whenever he didn't make the front with the 2 going. So I think it really showed a lot of maturity for that horse to actually sit off of it like that.
Yeah, that's why I took a chance. I just did not like that favorite. The buyers were going up, but he was going up in distance, and he just runs the same kind of race, you know. But Golden Hope, and the 5 had come out of the same race. So,
I'm going to make a bold statement. If the 7 gets a clean trip in the stretch, I think he might have had a chance there, or she might have had a chance.
I agree. Yeah, I thought the 1 was sitting in the golden catbird seat there, but just didn't have horse. Kazushi rode the perfect. See, I will never ever fault the jockey. He rode the absolute perfect race and had no horse. You know, he was right there. But Golden Hope, exactly. See, this is the thing that I love about people, is that the 4, and I mentioned this earlier, Jet Black, Tilla, fantastic, my friend. Let's give Tilla a major. That was a fantastic call. Excellent call, my friend, first and foremost. But look at the 4, okay? 3-5. You're getting 7. What did we get? 7-1 on the 5, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, I had the 1. I was trying to play but you're getting 7-1 on a horse that already beat Jet Black Jewel. You know, like in the main race, he came in 2nd. He came in 3rd, right? So what makes the 4 a 3-5 favorite versus a horse that almost, you know, is James? I think James got the exacta. Good job, James. Look at this. Here we go. 2, 3, 5, 6.
Nice. Very nice. Very nicely done.
We're loving. Look at that.
That's going to be a fantastic trifecta. That's going to be a fantastic super. It's a great exacta.
Now, I will say this, Chase. I am putting Leonard Powell is terrible first time out. Okay? I am putting Cuban Flame in my horses to watch.
I agree.
In my Echo-based thing. Watch Cuban Flame the next time. He's going to absolutely, because Leonard Powell does terrible first time, like what U.S. It seems like they need a race. The second time he's going to, I'm putting them in my stable mail right now, because that horse is going to run a monster second race when he gets here.
Well, it's this is gonna. I can see it right now, Sean. This is gonna be one of those horses that has trouble every single time, and I give it the pass every single time. It's going to be gate trouble or traffic, and I'm
Yeah.
never going to give up on Cuban Flame. All right, here's a good question for you. Who is your one horse that you could just never give up on? That no matter how tough the luck was, no matter the fact that it never won, who was your horse that you just never gave up on?
Okay. Wow. From a betting standpoint, Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone.
Yeah, he just kept losing. He kept losing because he couldn't run straight. I said, one of these days he's going to run straight, And even like at fairgrounds, he couldn't run straight, and everyone was like, this is that, you know what I'm saying? But like, but and then finally he learned to run straight.
Yeah,
exactly. But for the longest time, he could not run straight. The other one was, and honestly, and this is why I'm so thrilled for him is because I've always on the show from February, like from January on, I said keep watching Golden Tempo. Everyone's like, he never closes in. He never closes in. And then he was my pick for the Derby, and then with Jubilee, Chief Wallaby, and that it's good to see him. But there's been many horses like the horse I watch too many times is Zandon. Every time I'm like, this is the race. This is the race Zandon's gonna run and beat him. Never did. Never did. And then I think the greatest one probably of all, if you want like the last like 20 years, more people, Tacitus.
Oh yeah, Tacitus was a money burner of the highest order.
The greatest money burner of like. More of my friends always say Tacitus. Everyone's like, this is his week. And what did he win? He won like $6.8 million. Everyone calls him like the biggest flop in like race. And I'm like, yeah, the owners who have $6.8 million are really saying or $8 million, whatever it was, what a flop.
This is mine. This is a horse that haunts me to this day. It is a horse named, and I'm sure you remember him, Combatant. Combatant is my horse that I could never give up on.
Oh my God.
I could never give up on Combatant until I finally did give up on Combatant, and he won the big cap at Santa Anita. And I was watching that race, and I had to like get up out of my seat just to hate Combatant as much as I possibly could with my whole being and all of my life force, to be just so mad that the one time that I'm finally off of Combatant, he wins the big one.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God. Oh, isn't that the worst too? When they finally win, you're like, no way.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys, let us know who was that horse for you guys who you just kept backing and backing and backing, just do or die, never. I guess I'm guilty of that with Wicked Strong when he was running. He won he came in second and third a lot. You know what I'm saying? And still made 2.2 million, which is not bad. But I'm saying he was never. I said, "Oh, this is the week we're gonna win." This is the week, and we just never seem to win. But
man, it's there's so many of those. It's why you love the sport. Having an animal that you love to hate. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having a horse that you love to hate. God, I'm trying to think of who's also just like beat me every single. Like I can't stand because every time I bet against them, they always beat me. Right now, the current one, the horse that always beats me du jour is Golden Tempo. Yeah.
Yeah. I know one that my friend absolutely like loses sleep every time he runs because because he loves him, is White Barrio. Like when he picks him, he doesn't win. Then he bets against him, and then he won. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, Feisty Sierra Leone, same way. Yeah.
Well, Sean, what we're rolling into race 6 here.
Yes, sir.
I believe it's my pick, so I'm
Here's
gonna
your
let
pick. Yeah.
you. I'm gonna let
Yes.
you kind of tee off with what you think, and I'll come
Yes.
through with my.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, this is an interesting race here. 12,500. And exactly, yeah. 3-year-olds and up, 3-year-old, yeah. I thought this is an interesting, yeah. The board is telling me some interesting things here. Um, and it's kind of showing me that my horse is not that far off here. Um, Obviously, the big Chizolia on the inside has got a lot of speed. Kazushi stays on for the third time. Uranka having, but the thing I don't like about this horse is that the horse is 0 for 8 at Del Mar. I don't want to bet a horse that he always runs a good race, no problem. But but yeah, I'm 2-1. I don't want a horse that's 0 for 8 there. The the 2, which is getting some play, 9-2, is an interesting horse. Y'all come, Kojak and Ayuso. He's not. Kojak's not like the best for me, like off the pace. He doesn't have a big barn, but he always runs well. But he runs so well at Santa Anita. I think he's more of a Santa Anita trainer than a Del Mar. His horses don't seem to run the same way. So my pick here, and I'm shocked if I get 6-1 here, I'll be thrilled. Is Gypsy Tears. I really like that last race here. 22.5 was a bit, I think, ambitious, let's say, but that dropped back down to 10,000 and just had a really impressive rally. He's 3 for 10 at Del Mar, so clearly he knows how to win. But look at his races at Del Mar. He was up at like 16 and 32 and like all that stuff. This level seems to be the right spot. And Val Brinkerhoff, Tyler Bays, they're 23%, 30% at Del Mar together. So so this duo clearly knows how to get it done. I think the 6. If I get 6-1 here, this is ridiculous. That's how good that is. Interesting. The horse I thought was third, which I found was interesting, was Swaggish is getting play right now. 12-1 morning line, 9-2 with Julian. He ran against 62.50, so he's pulling way up, but he was really gaining at the end. And if this group kind of is tiring down the stretch, I had him for third, just as a long shot at 12-1. My picks were the 6, followed by the 2, the 8, and the 1.
So, if there's one thing that we're talking about being a sucker for horses, Sean, if there's one thing that I'm a sucker for, it's lone early speed.
Yeah, yeah.
We saw what happens in the last race with lone early speed when no one goes with him. And I think that the big Chizola is just naturally faster than everyone else here when it comes to gate speed. And I think if he, we're drawing the rail, there's only really one move. The question is, does the horse kind of hit the old brick wall there at the end?
Yeah.
Because that's what we've seen 3 races in a row. I think it's interesting that they ran this one in the hooks at Los Al quarter horse. But we've got a really strong workout. First, 47-3 on August 16th. Then we back it up with a pretty strong workout at Los Al again, 6-25, 48 flat. I kind of like this one to get out front and just kind of control the pace and maybe if he can take a little bit off of his fastball early, then I think he gives himself a really good chance late. I'm right there with you on Gypsy Tears because I think that for one, that figure he's coming in off that 82 is pretty big. Also, if you look at the horse's Clocker reports, how it's performed, he put up a stellar B+ workout here at Del Mar, then ran 3 races. And if you look at those 3 races after that workout, it's been nothing but straight up. My question though is, when do we come back down? There's got to be, because let's look back at the horse's history. Back on November 25th at Del Mar, when he puts up 81 buyer going against Tougher, wins coming off the pace. Next out, of course, they might have put him in a little bit above his depth, but he really just kind of bounces to the moon with a 65. I'm wondering if that's following the same pattern. But I think that you have to kind of respect that horse. I kind of like playing him underneath in exotics, no matter what that last figure was, because I mean, let's see, does he have a history? I mean, he's got a history of improving in 4 straight races, because that's what the lead up to the November 2nd of last year race looked like. So the horse does have that sort of form cycle in its past. Let me see. Let's take a look at the board here.
I will say
2-1 down from 5-1. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
This is my opinion. I think the speed in this race, if you are bringing my boy Ricardo Ramirez from Los Alamitos for no more ding dongs, right? After winning in the 1,000-yard race, and believe it or not, that is actually a very good move. The running Los Al, the 1,000 to this level of Del Mar actually does very well, which is funny. But I have to think, if you're bringing Ricardo over, and Ricardo's one of the best gate jockeys I've ever seen in those like quarter horse and like 4.5 furlong and 1,000-yard races, right? He's gonna go to the lead or try to go to the lead, and that may be not what the big Chizola wants to see.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I just noticed about the Big Chizola is the Big Chizola last out actually beat that won the next out that we had as a winner last week with Dedoy. That interesting little tie back there. Maybe I take a little something from that. This could be fool's gold, but I'm sold on the Big Chizola. I think I'm not sure how I'm going to play it.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
Not sure how I'm going to play it quite yet, though. I got to see what these problems.
Kurt's got 6-1,
like.
and I'm kind of digging that.
Now, we did also see last week a dead kind of inside, a dead rail. So
yes, it was all outside. Yeah.
We have to rely on the Big Chizola to actually get out and pick his own path, which is going to be, that could be trouble.
But the 5 did that exactly in the race. The other, you know what I'm saying? He got him outside and just,
Yeah.
came down the middle.
Let's see. Let's take a look at race 2. One of the other races we had on the dirt. The one, I think, had the rail trip pretty much the entire way around. No, he got off a couple paths. No. Let's see. No, he was on the rail the entire time. Of course, it was a maiden special weight. No one passed anybody in that race. Let's see what Liam Smith did on the front. I'm multi-screening it here. I got my phone watching replays. I've got the paddock pulled up. Life better. I think he came off the rail a little bit. Man. No, he stayed pretty close to it and took away. So maybe that rail thing might not be the case right now. Have we gotten a look at the Big Chizola in the paddock? Do we have warm feelings?
Yeah, he's coming out right now. Yeah, Gatekeeper likes the ding dongs. More ding dongs. There's a must play underneath. There you go, coming over from that Los Alamitos move. Let's see how he looks out here on the track here. 6 is a gray. My mom loves gray horses. 1 looking styling up there in the very professional in the post parade there, coming out. You have to respect that.
6 looks pretty good from that angle.
Hey, come on.
Big strong horse, the Big Cheeseola. Look at that guy.
He is, yeah. And you know, Kazushi will be trying right down to that line.
Those ears are just pricked, ready to go. He's got the strut to him, looks on his toes. Maybe this is the day.
Very
for the
good
Big
today.
Cheeseola.
You have to like that. A gray exacta.
That would be nice.
1661. That's my mom and dad's anniversary.
There you go. You are the GOAT at remembering people's important life events and wishing just the best of wishes to people on their anniversaries, their birthdays. It's the most. I am in awe of your talent as a birthday wisher, Sean.
Well, thank you. I try. Appreciate it, my friend. One looks very good. Kazushi's got a nice hold. Right on his toes, bouncing. Got a nice bounce.
Yeah. I like the look of those ears.
No, very much so. 2 looks professional. Magic, 19-1. Novenophobia. Checks on the way. Umberto Rispoli. A 6 looks live on his toes. Swagoo. June Leper still getting some play down there at 5-1.
9, no more ding. Got a little bounce to him, doesn't he?
Yes, yeah. Quite interesting. Bobby's got a feisty. We do not do pick 3s here only because we do. We're just doing 1-by-1 races here, so we can exactly, yeah. But if you have one for us, let us know. We love to hear it. So that can definitely help us in our handicapping for sure. Bobby D's got 6-1 with 9-7-2.
Still not. How much time do we have? How much time do we have until post?
We still have 7 minutes to post. Plenty of time.
Plenty of time to get your wagers in.
I think this is great. Yeah. Gray.
All right, I think I know. All right, here we go. This is going to be my play.
All right, I like it.
I'm gonna play a $5 exacta, and I'm gonna go 1 with 6-9. So we got the 1 over 6 and 9. I just the look of no more ding dongs, and the fact that that as you pointed out, that's a strong angle coming back over from Los Al.
Yeah.
I think that's worth the play underneath. Let's take the shot because we have 2 horses that seem to be pretty well set up that I think we can kind of agree on, but between the 6 Gypsy Tears and the 1 Big Cheeseola.
And if the 1 does get out by himself, I mean, that's a very valid,
Yep.
Irene's got a exacta box 567 and try key 7 with a 1256. Good luck. Attila's got the 5 to win. Curtis, my man's got try 1 with 61278. Good luck, bud. And Bobby D's got 6-1 with 972.
There we go.
Love it. There it is.
Because I want to feel special, I'm gonna use his. It's fun having access to other people's sound drops and
Yes.
and everything now. So I'm looking for. Well, where's the pick is in? Oh man, where is it? Thank you, Sean.
You're welcome.
I was slow on the trigger. I appreciate that. Let's see.
Media assets.
Gary Hampton. He was awesome to Zola playing a 2-6-9-3 box. Irene, as we said, 5-6-7 in the box. Try key 7 with 1-2-5-6. We got a try from Curtis. Curtis Stinnett says try 1-6 with 1-6-2-7 and 8.
James White's got a Harry. Good luck, James. 2693. James try key 1 with 2479. Love it. Place and showing the 4. Your 1 continues to look solid on the track.
Yeah, 2 doesn't look bad himself. Look at those. He's kind of woke up a little bit. He was a little sleepy walking onto the track. He looks like he's with it now though.
Yeah.
To everyone who can hear my beagle going nuts in the background, I apologize. We've tried to make her quiet. It's impossible. It doesn't work.
She's screaming on her bets.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Three barks for the trifecta.
Yeah, exactly. All right. 2 minutes to post. This was a $10 bet, right? Yep.
Nope, just one dog, Irene. Just one dog. By the way, I saw the kind words you had about the Notorious OTB. I miss it too. There's blood or anything like that. Just had to make some changes in my life, unfortunately. But the good news is the change lets me kick it with Mr. SPN here every Thursday, and I get to call Trust the Profits home.
Yep, exactly. And may I say also, not only is it an honor to be with him, I miss the Notorious Zach show as always. Zach, I'm just a huge fan. Always was a huge fan, but we are hugely grateful to have you with us. So
yeah.
Jenny Max got 2679 and winning place in the 7-9. Good luck.
James White playing the tri-key 1 with 2479 and a place show on the 4 at 35-1. James has been hot. Maybe we need to put a little tail him on this place show on the 4.
Seriously. James has been on fire.
If this thing goes 1-4, I'm going to kick myself because I should have been listening to James.
All right, we are at the gate. Good luck, everybody. 1, the big Chizola going into the gate.
Well named. He's a big boy.
He is a very big boy. Continuing to go into the gate. They're all in. Almost. And they're off. And it's no more ding-dongs going for the lead. The one was a little slow out of the gate there. But it's no more ding-dongs on the outside with the big Cheeseola coming right up the rail with Kazushi. As they speed up the way and he takes over control. The 9, the 3, and the 7 all chasing with the 8 and the 2 right behind them. The 6 way back, 22 and 1, 5 and the 4 can see them all, but it is the big Cheeseola who's trying to take them wire to wire. The 9, no more ding dongs, trying to get going. The 3, we got the big move from the 8 to 7. The 6 is making a big move, but Kazushi's got control right now on front. He's still going strong. The 9's trying to get him. The 6 is trying to make a rally from the back, but is the 1, the big Cheeseola, still in the front. They got the 9's trying to come in. The 6 is trying to close from the back. Down the stretch they come. The 5 with a belated run. Down the stretch they come, and it's going to be the 1 with the 8. Ooh, that was close.
If it's 9, we just made $200. Come on, be the 9.
Oh, that was close. My God. What a great ride by the Kazushi man. 5-2, making it look like a gift. Let's see. Oh, hope that 9 stick. Let's see. Did Ding Dongs keep his nose in front? Let's see. Come on, 9.
We might have got the bob. We might have got the bob.
Oh,
it's
man.
tough. It doesn't look good, but I think we might have got the bob. Let's see.
Oh my God, that was a tough.
Come on, Ding Dong. I agree. We might just from the overhead makes me think we might be beat. Oh, here we go. This will tell us.
Here we go. This will tell the story. Ooh, we got a good, that's a
I think
good
we got
bob.
it.
That's a good bob.
Come on. I think we might have it,
That was
Sean.
a very good bob, my friend. Come on. Give it to us. The big Cheeseola. In Australia, this takes 2.5 seconds. In America, it takes 10 minutes.
Right.
The whole place is in suspense. Come on, bring it home for us. The suspense is killing us.
It is killing me. Maybe we have a heater.
It could be a heater. Oh, let's see. It could be a heater.
Yes!
Let's
go!
Only winners in the lounge. Look at that, my man.
Yes. Hey,
That's what we're talking.
it was my bet, but half the credit goes to you because I don't think I would have been on No More Ding Dongs without you calling out that angle. So big thank you to Sean Patrick Nolan for getting that done.
Yeah, and also shout out to our boy who was saying gatekeeper must play underneath, you know. But I love that angle, if you're bringing Ramirez over from Los Al, you know he's going to be on the front and he's going to be trying to get at the whole way. You know. So Gate and I are very proud to only winners in the thing. Urango 1-2. Look at that. Only winners in the lounge, my friend. Look at that. That's a beautiful thing right there. Folks, watch that angle, folks. The 1,000 yard allowance races over at Los Al coming over to Del Mar.
53. That's a nice little $265 lick there.
Whoa!
Woo!
Look at that, my friend. Look at that. All right, so I'm gonna teach you something here, okay? Because I want you to do this one. This is all you, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. See where it says banners next to comments?
Yep.
Hit banners,
Okay.
and then it says Cocktail Lounge Del Mar, starting
Got it.
bankroll 100. Click
Got
that
it.
first one. Click that bad boy. And then hit the pencil where it says edit.
So we had 32 plus 250. What we have? 265 plus 32.
Yep.
I'm shaking. I can't do math.
289. You want me to put it in? You got it.
I got it.
You got it, buddy. Put in the 289. Look at that, my man.
Love it. Love it.
Only winners in the lounge. See?
Hey, our guardian angel loved the play.
Love the play.
Listen,
Yep.
That was the best handicapping teamwork I've seen in a long time, Sean.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Yeah. That was great. Yep. Great job, buddy.
Look at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Oh, boy.
Boom.
Boom. Let it ride, baby.
Let it ride. Now you got all sorts of bankroll to play with now, buddy.
Yeah, we got even. Oh, look at this. We got a girl, Kim Austin, in the house. What's up, girl?
Hey.
That's my girl. Gonna see her in a month down in Parks for the Parks Derby. I always love when she joins us.
The formula saying we need the big win drop. It's all right. We've dropped all we need to drop for the moment. We don't want to. We don't want to rub it in. As someone who likes to rub it in.
Baby, look at me. Look at me.
We got one!
Your money, and you know what else? You're a big winner tonight.
We specialize in making stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks.
You're a big winner. I'm gonna ask you a simple question. I want you to listen to me.
You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Who's the big winner here tonight at the casino? Huh? Mikey, that's who. Mikey's the big winner.
There you go.
There we go. There we go.
Had to play it. There you go, formula.
Well, here it's. I passed the mantle to you, so I'll even set up the race here.
All right,
we're on to race 7 at Del Mar, going 8.5 furlongs out of the turf chute onto the turf course. $50,000 optional claimer. The rest of the conditions, just remember, I'm not here to read your conditions. So pick up the past performances, do it yourself.
Right.
We're back on the green stuff, and not just the money. We're talking the grass. What are you doing here, Sean? What are you thinking? Actually, yeah. Go ahead, lead it off. I'm still got too much adrenaline pumping.
I love it. Okay, yeah. Okay. And I think this is a very interesting race. I mean, you got the man who has just been on, what do you have, like 4 or 5 wins last week, Joel Rosario? But,
Yeah.
it's just, I mean, and now instead of Ayuso, not any knock on him, now you get Joel on a closer. Who better than Joel on a closer? And there's a big, I think there's a big, the 9 was scratched, by the way. I don't know if anyone knows that. The 9 was scratched. So this is an interesting race in many aspects here. I think the 8 with the jockey change to Joel's a huge move, and I obviously think that's an angle that you must play. And I definitely think he's going to get in the money. Do I think he's going to win? Don't quite know, but I think with Joel, he's going to definitely be in the money. I did like the outside horse, Shining River, Hess and Julian Leperoux. I did like the way this horse closed last time, just missing at 12-1, and made a really nice bid there in this almost exact class. I think was definitely showed it first time around, the kind of the 2-turn thing seemed to work for him, and 6-1, another interesting underneath play. And then my third horse, Cat de Confidente, this horse needed that last race and shifted, ran on, but you have to think Cat de Confidente needed that last race. Now, interesting, Joel picks the 8 over John Sadler, and Seren and Joel are 25% together. I thought that was very interesting. That's why I put the 7 third. I was trying to beat you put the 10 in a little bit of a price, because Joel was on the 7 at last time and chose to go to the 8. Now Umberto, I mean, you're talking about 22% rider. You get an excellent rider, and he can still win this. But I'm gonna have him in third with it, but I definitely think he can win. So my players are kind of 8, 10, and 7. What do you think, my friend?
I'm really I'm looking at the Clocker reports here for the 5 specialty, so I'm a little less intrigued, but I actually kind of really like the looks of specialty and the trip that I'm projecting him to get, sitting kind of in the catbird seat right behind the early speed of the 1 Winica, who I think we can go ahead and call cheap speed, that I don't think is going to make it. Second time facing winners after racing against Similar last out. Took the cutback in distance to a mile and came up just short after winning, going a mile and an eighth, another half furlong. So maybe that extra half furlong of runway today gives specialty a little bit of a leg up. Patrick Gallagher, not necessarily hot. Gonzalez, not necessarily hot. But if we look at the second off 45 to 180 days, hitting at 24%. 11% on the turf. We got a winner last week betting a not hot jockey, and I mean it kind of keeps the prices fair a little bit. And I think that maybe I think I'm personally going to take the swing across the board with the 5 in this race. Was it specialty? No. Yeah, specialty.
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that shot. I might try to get cute with some horizontals. I mean, there are a couple of horses. I thought a lot of the horses drawn to the outside in this race were really worth looking at, like the 7, Cat the Confidant. Another one that could maybe benefit from a little bit more distance. The 8 Lanilla for Vladimir Sarin with Joel Rosario. You can't. How do I say no to Joel Rosario? And once again, we have another that looks like it could love the extra distance. So winless at Del Mar, which I think a lot of these horses are. So it's not necessarily a big deal, but if I'm playing this, I'm probably playing the 5 specialty along with the 7 Cat the Confidant, because anytime I'm playing West Coast horses, I'm not sure if it's still a thing or not, but it's so ingrained in me. When you take Sadler and Ronis, then I'm pretty well all over it. Though it is interesting that Rosario makes the jump to Lanilla from Cat the Confidant.
Yeah.
So I probably play like a 5, 7, 8 something and go across the board on the 5. That would be my play, but it's more important what your play is going to be, which you have plenty of time to figure out because we're 60 minutes away and take a look at the paddock.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What was your thought on specialty?
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. Patty Gallagher. Patty Gallagher is usually more of a stronger meat, and Gonzalez is Gonzalez is 3 for 72. That's surprising. He usually gets like 6, 7 good win. He's a solid turf rider, and but he's not having a good meet. But with this horse, he does seem to click. All you need is a rider that clicks. You know what I'm saying? With a horse. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I always say to people. I said, if the guy rides or a girl rides a horse well, go with it. You know what I'm saying? Just because his numbers not be good. If he rides a specific horse well, go with it. Yeah. And I mean, this horse. I mean, if you throw out it took a break, came back in April 2nd, just missed. First 70 buyer, came in Del Mar, was tipped out, had a real late gain there at 19-1. Right, it's over to a Del Mar, but you would argue that you throw out the race from November. I mean, that was just a total throwout race. So, and at this level, I think the 5 is very live here. At the Eclipse Thoroughbred Partners, and they do all they want to win a Del Mar. So, I think it's a very valid. I mean, 8-1 is quite the bargain on this horse, I think.
Rich, the man with the name that exudes friendliness and wealth, Rich Buddy. Here he likes the 5 as well. Let's see.
By the way, great job by Jenny. $13 to place on that 9. Great job, Jenny.
Good job. She's always in here winning stuff.
Yeah, and great job, Irene. You can always we love always having you, my friend. Went to school with John Favreau. There you go. Like it.
So it's interesting. I thought that wasn't Juan Hernandez in at Saratoga yesterday, riding in the stakes race. Was it?
Yes, I think he was. Yep. Yeah.
I kind of figured he might stay east for some of the big races coming up throughout Travers weekend, but interesting that he comes back to California for this.
Yeah,
who knows? Maybe Winnica is the horse he was here to ride.
Yeah, right. But yeah, no, he's been coming east more,
Yep.
Which has been interesting, Quite the rider. Very talented rider. How long do we have? 13 minutes to post. Okay. Yeah, the doubles are suggesting that they think it's 8, 7, 2, and then 1 with the 10 in 5th. Interesting.
Yeah, they really love the 7 and 8, don't they? In the double crowds.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at some workout grades here. Winnica came in with a C+ under stiff pressure late. Heavenly Bell might be your gym class hero here with a B- under light wraps. The 3 Lady Marianne, a B-, slow and easy solo drill. Hello Kid, oh kiddo, another B- under light wraps. Went 48 and 60 to the half. Specialty, a C. It says resented the dirt while going solo. Well, maybe it just means the horse will like the turf. Interplay gets a C+. All Out in a team with working out with American Spirit. Cat the Confidant, another one under light wraps inside of Rosa's Miracle. Lanilla, a B workout, Duggan Gamely to do her best over Kennington from the rail. Sharp move for this turf runner on the dirt. And then the 9 was a scratch. The 10, Shining River, a C+. It said 1 paced in the lane. I really like these workout reports, especially when it comes to maidens. But, sometimes you can just find a horse that's working lights out and something that you wouldn't be on normally.
Yeah, yeah. The interesting thing I'm finding here, I don't know, when I look at this is, I mean, the person who puts these races together, I mean, kudos to you, good sir. I mean, we got 71, 73, like 69, 70, 70, 72, 70, 69, 68, 71s. So basically, these horses are basically running the same races. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're literally like a buyer point away from each other. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's remarkable. So, yeah, James, this race is tough. So this is the way I'm looking at it now that I've handicapped with you. This is what I love about working with you is that I'm a big buyer fan, right? And you look at the 8 is 2-1, and the 7 is 2-1, and obviously they're in the doubles. They're the 2 low, and they have a huge chance, right? But if you're talking about a race that like literally you're like 1-2 buyer points away from everybody else, is 2-1 acceptable in a field now that they could win by 5, and then you're like, okay, that was a gift. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Because we're all geniuses after the race. But I'm saying is 2-1 on the 7 and the 8. This is often the way I handicap. Is the 7 and the 8 worth 2-1 when their buyers are virtually the same as almost the rest of the field? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the way I look at it. So.
Because we've got a spread in buyers that say this is going to be a blanket finish.
Right,
honestly.
exactly. So what I am going to do here is, because we are obviously up, but I'm not going to bet big because I want to finish big, and we're up $289. So I want to go up to just 300. I want to be up to nice 350 for our audience. I'm never one of those people, folks. I will say this, even when I hit big. Like Chase just so did greatly for us, right? So when we just hit that, right? So obviously my account's up for the day. I am not the person. I will not put it back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the person that says 265. I'll stay in my lane. You know what I'm saying? And see. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. With the buyers here, Chase, I have my official bet.
Ooh, I got you.
Yeah, you got me.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, that's great.
Go for it.
Okay. I'm just going 5 across in the 5. I think at 9-1, that's and I'm banking that a couple of those 2-1s might not hit the board. I want a blanket finish with long shots.
There it is.
There it is. In the NFL. Yep.
Someone needs to boo Roger Goodell just for.
Yeah, boo.
Boo. Boo this guy. Boo this man. Let's see. Let's take a look. 8 is just a beautiful horse. Doesn't necessarily look great on the track, but it's just a looker. Wearing the jockey on the 8 wearing the Rocky Top Tennessee silks there with the orange and white checkerboard. Ten looking on his toes. Got a little bit of bounce.
He does, yeah. I like the way that 10 looks. like our horse here. I really do. Bobby D's got an exacta box 178. He said, chuck out the 5. The beautifulness of horse racing. Curtis has got to try 7-10 with 7-10-138. Good luck, Curtis. We also have one of the biggest races coming up that everybody has to pay attention to, because 3 of the last 4 winners of this race has won the Breeders' Cup Mile, and that is the Woodbine Mile coming up, Chase, in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I love all of those races up at Woodbine. This is just a fantastic time for racing in Canada.
Yeah.
I got to get to Woodbine. I am jealous that you get to go up there all the time.
Love it. And guess who will be running this year, Chad, in the Woodbine Mile?
Who we got?
Deterministic.
Ooh,
is coming up to the Woodbine Mile.
A deterministic sighting. I like it.
Yes. And Opera Ballo, the big horse, grade 1 winner from Dubai, is coming over to Woodbine. I think for the E.P. Taylor, but yeah, that's going to be a big day of racing. And the Godolphin Appleby team is always present for those. Paco Lopez choosing Baby Vino over Napoleon Solo. Big mistake. Could be, Jen. Could be. Chad Summers. Four minutes to post, my friends. Did the big race come out? Yeah, that's gonna be a big day up there. I think that's in like September, so like 19th or 17th or some I forget which it is.
Do you have any go-to Woodbine angles you wanna share with me?
Any go-to angles of Woodbine? Okay, yeah. Okay, so this is funny. Right, if you're gonna bet Woodbine on a day, right, watch it like 12:20, 12:30. Okay, so if the flag is blowing that way, right, that means the closers have a chance. If the flag is blowing that way, it's gonna be all speed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've always heard when it gets colder that surface kind of contracts a little bit, becomes a little bit more springy, and
It does. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So when it's a little bit warmer, I always try to look at closers. But that's interesting. I need to start, dude, with a unseen track bias that no one really takes into account, and I think it's so hard to kind of pinpoint, especially when you're not like on track as to like what it's doing. But that flag, that's an excellent point. I like that.
Yeah. So if the wind's going in their face, then that it's going to help the speed. But if the wind is going that way, then the closers have a much bigger chance.
Okay.
Jenny says, if you like silent tactic in the trappers, stop, get help.
I'm kind of wondering. So Emerging Market, he's the other Chad Brown horse in the race. Do you think he's just there to just mess things up, just make it an ugly race somehow?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Klarovich just said, just put him in.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I have the biggest office in Boston. My office is a entire floor, Claremont, he said, just put him in. I want a horse.
Just go for it.
I want a horse. I want a horse in the Travers. Why not? Is Jose Ortiz a contract jock? Not really. I mean, like, Jose rides for a lot of people, so I mean, their agent Mike is like, I mean, talk about like a guru. I mean, to have Jose and Irad, I mean, come on. You know, he's always put them on the right. But yeah.
Over in Europe, that's a big thing, right? That you're like contracted and you ride specifically for
Oh
specific
yeah,
owners and
like
stuff.
Appleby, like William Buick. I'm saying this right now, right? He better get riding again because he's not winning for Charlie Appleby like he did. The young
Right.
kid's gonna the young kid's gonna uh, what do you call it? He's gonna be interesting. That
Yeah.
if he doesn't get going, the young kid's gonna pass him because he has not been riding well.
Yeah. Ooh, 8-1 odds are holding there for the 5 specialty, who was
Yeah.
the official bet. I like it.
I would say probably the closest contract. There's no contracts. You know what I'm saying? I would say the closest ones in racing right now, in terms of contract. I don't think anyone's got a contract, but I would think Junior with Mott and Tyler with Brendan. Would probably be the two closest to a contract, even though they're not
Yeah.
contracted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, because Jose rides for so many people. He rides for Asmussen, he rides for Sherry, he rides for, so many people, Joe Sharp,
Yeah.
I mean, so his agent.
Why would you want to be on a contract when you can have the pick of any horse that
Yeah,
you want?
yeah. His agent does such a good job finding him mounts. Harry Hampton's got 10.826. J Max got 2.578. Win plays 2.5. Corey Atkins, hey, remember, 2.510 exact box. Nothing wrong with betting Jose Ortiz whatsoever. To me, folks, the Eclipse Award is already over, stamped, wrapped.
It's done. It's done.
It's done. Jose is so far ahead of everybody, it's not even close. And they're off. And we got kind of an interesting start there. People going some inside and some outside. But is the inside horse here, trying to get a number here, the 1, who is on the lead, a little rank here, but the 3, the 10, the 2, the 5, right in a nice spot there, the 8, and then the 6, followed by the 7, who can see them all. Kind of a slow kind of start here to this race. It's the 1 still in head, 24-2. We're not going fast at all in California. But is the 1 on the lead, the 3 stalking him. This is like a harness race. The 2, the 10, the 5, the 4, the 8, the 6, and the 7. This is going to be like a 49.5, which in California is walking.
Is crawling. Yeah.
But the 1 is trying to steal this race magnificently. 49-2. We are just walking. But the 3 sitting right there. We got the 10 trying to make a big move on the outside. We're speeding up a little bit now. The 2 is right there. The 5 is kind of in the middle. We got the 4 at 25-1 trying to spring the upset. The 2 favorites got to do some work here. We got 9-5 and 5-2 in the back, and not a fast pace. But the 1 is trying to still steal it. We got the 2. We got the 3. We got the 10. We got our 5 sitting right back. If he has any space, he could be tough in this spot. Down the stretch they come, and it's the 1 still in the front. We got the 10. We got a massive, look at this, the 7 and the 8 is coming with a massive move on the outside together. But the 1 is still holding on. Down the stretch they come, and it's the Joe Rosario. Oh, I think the 1 may have held it.
I think the 1 held. Just walks the dog. That's how you walk the dog on the front end right there.
That is how it's done, my friends. Luis Saez would have been very proud of that mount.
Yeah, he would have.
Man, if you had the 7-8 exacta for a second there, you were thinking, oh my God, here we come. And the 1 said, hold my beer. Look at this. I thought the 7 and 8 were coming with a massive, massive move. And the 1 just said, not today, folks.
You give anyone 49 and 9.
Yeah, that was walking the dog. Exactly.
They're going to be tough to catch.
You give JJ 49. Good luck passing them. You know.
See,
I
James
mean,
the win place on the 1. He's set up in the daily double to the 6 and 7
James
now.
White is just solid, man. Great job, James. Love it.
Oh, looks like
Kimberly says, yeah. Oh, look at that.
Look at that. Sorry, we talked you into the 5.
Yeah, sorry there, Irene, but yeah. Huh. Was it 1, 8, 7?
Yep.
Walked the dog. Yeah, Kimberly said exactly. Yeah, Williams gonna lose. He's been awful. I mean, you can't be riding these like Ascot and like these races over there, and they're not even showing up.
Right.
And he's got to get his butt moving over there. He's gonna lose it to the young kid. James, take a bow, my friend. Look at that. 1, 4, 1, 6. I love it. There you go, my friend. And Irene had the exacta. Yeah, Irene had the exacta. Look at Irene.
Yeah.
Good job, Irene.
It's a nice little lick.
Loving that, my friend. Loving that. That's great. Let's see. Kurt, how do you think Curtis really feels about Napoleon Solo? Solo is a pig. Slowest Preakness in 70 years. I think he's throwing Chummers out. Did you see Chummers has won 2 races, 2 graded wins at Saratoga?
I had not noticed that. That's Chummers. Oh man.
And do you know what that is, by the way? I can give you a little background on that. So Ray Handel and Chad Summers do not like each other. Never have. So Ray named a horse named Chummers.
Oh.
And combined them for Chummers and then gelded them.
That's funny.
And since he's done it, he's won 2 stakes races in a row at Saratoga.
That's hilarious.
Here comes Chummers.
Congratulations, Kyle Graves finally cashed a try ticket. Let's see.
Kyle, nice job, buddy. Way to go, Kyle. Let me get Kyle so I can get his thing up here.
Nice little 42-20 trifecta.
Wow. Nice job. Hey, look at that. Yeah, there we go. Look at this. Look at that. Nice job, Kyle. Love it.
Whole lot of winning going down all over the place tonight.
Here tonight, exactly. And now our good friend has. Let me see here. Let's see here. Okay, so our friend Chase only has $274 to play with now.
Hey,
I think he can do it. I think he can do it.
It's man, if you like pace meltdowns, then I think you like the next race because it looks like it could get a little bit toasty here, and we're going the mile, so it might be good to bet something off pace, but here I'll set it up. $16,000 non-winners of 3 lifetime. The only conditions I don't mind reading. 8 furlongs on the dirt. Sean.
Yes, sir.
It's the big finale. It's race 8.
It's the big finale.
It's the get out race, if you will, which we've already kind of gotten out. So whatever. We got stuff to play with.
Yes.
Did you see the pace the same way that I saw it, where it just really, really quick early?
Yes, very quick early. Yes. And he just missed in the last race. But I think this is where, if as a Red Sox fan, right, we had the original Bambino, right? We had the curse of the Bambino, but he did win some World Series with us, so it's not the total curse. But I think Mio Bambino could be very live here. Coming into the last race, Dean Peterson, Joel got aboard, was gaining late. Solid 70s buyers in this field seem to be very respectable versus this group. And I think this horse, Joel, did not win as the favorite last race. He's going to come back and be a little bit more. And I just think that horse is the strongest group in this field. He was my top choice, Mia Bambino. My second choice was the man. This is an interesting. I trying to see what happened. I watched the replay. I think we have to give another race to Bowtie Boys. Right, the last race was just so bad, and he stumbled so badly that I just think Kazushi just said, "Okay, not our day." You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to rush this horse. We're already out. Let's run around in a circle. Pretend like we're, someone in the thing, and just wait. And that was July 30th, off the layoff. But now we're back at August 27th. Not too much time in between, so I think Tim's gotten this horse back on where he should. 3 for 6 in the money. I think that 3 is value at 3 to 1. And my third pick in this race was the 7 Southern Melody. I think it was just running against way too tough last time, like 95 to 1. I'll throw that race out. 2 seconds at Del Mar out of 5 starts. I think the trainer here, Craig Delays, is kind of searching where the heck does this horse belong. We're on turf, then 5.5, a mile and 8. What are we doing here?
Right.
But so I picked him for third, but I think the 6 is definitely the horse to beat in this race.
That's interesting. I think that you probably aren't far off, and I think you've got by far, if we're once again looking at buyers, then you have got the most likely winner there with Mio Bambino. I'll tell you, and I might just be a sucker for horses that have had it rough.
Love it. Okay.
Because I am really excited by the Stephen Miotti interest with our boy DVD. DVD up in the irons. A DVD sighting. The 2 Stagger Lee dropping out of Allowance Company. Last out got brought into a duel. I don't think that's where this horse wants to be. I tossed that figure because it's a duel. I consider that a trouble trip. 2 back, bumped, crowded start, still put up a 70 buyer, which is competitive in this field. Go back before that, bit slow. He was washy, slow, step slow. It looks like he's actually learned how to break out of the gate, though, because we don't have that same kind of those same notes that the horse is slow. Once the horse came back the 2nd of May this year, one from coming off the pace against Tougher on the turf, going 6.5. Has only run this distance twice. Both of those looks like on the turf. And I kind of want to see what this horse can do with the stretch out on the dirt. 9 starts, 1-2 in the exacta 2 times as well. I think that's right there is where I'm looking. It's the question is, how do I play it with Mia Bambino, who does look like a real tough horse to beat. I think the paddock might tell me a lot here, and so will the board. Currently it's 6 to 1. Is all that trouble? Is 6 to 1 a good price for all that trouble on Stagger Lee? I think it becomes a question for me. That's really, that really brings it out for me. But at the same time, look, speed has been holding pretty well. So I think I want a horse a little bit closer than Mio Bambino. This feels like a classic. Joel's going to take this horse all the way back, sort of ride from him.
This is going to be a Christophe Clement special.
Yeah,
where he's on Gufo, or he's 26.5 lengths, and he's just coming. This Does he have enough time?
Yeah.
That's the question.
I absolutely love Gufo. I loved that horse so much.
He was great.
He couldn't quite get there sometimes, but he always made his run at it.
Yeah.
I do like bow tie boys. I do. I feel like he's got the late pace figure that makes me think that he could maybe hang around a little bit.
I agree.
This is tough. We got 274. I mean, if I put in a $60 play, then we're still up.
We're still up $200. Exactly. Yep. Go for it.
You know what? I think. Let me see what the probables look like on this exact 2, 3, 61, 2, 6, 22, 3, 2, 62, 3, 6, 23. I'm going to keep watching. I have an idea. And then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to spill the beans on what my idea is, which is a $10 exacta box. So a $60 play, 2, 3, and 6.
Yeah.
I could get cute here and maybe do 2, 3 with 2, 3, 6 in the exacta.
I like that. I like this. I wouldn't throw out the 6.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. I hit a lick for I hit a triple digit payoff if it goes 6 over the 2 or 6 over the 3.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I mean it's not anything to write home about, a $40 profit off of $60, but
it's still nice though, you know?
Never go broke making a profit.
No, absolutely not.
Let's look at the will pays here. The $5 daily double.
And thank you again to everybody who's joining us tonight. So appreciate it. Harry Hampton's got exacta box 2693. Good luck, my friend.
I really want to see him get out and walk around in the paddock too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's a very important thing, you know?
And it's something I hate to say, like I've been playing the horses a while. It's something that I've only really kind of like recently gotten more into, is actually looking at watching the paddock, watching the post parade and everything, and seeing how they warm up.
It's so important. Kurt's got 9-6. Whoa. Throwing a curveball. For all you fantasy football fans out there, I have one name for you to consider. Kyle Williams on the New England Patriots.
Okay.
And is a burner. And they just traded Keyshawn Boutte to Houston, so he's going to be their deep threat. Patriots are doing a very unusual thing. They play Seattle next Thursday in the opening game as the rematch in the Super Bowl, right? None of their players will have played a game in the exhibition so far.
Really?
Yep.
It's interesting. That's interesting.
Kyle Graves is going to try an exact key box 3 with the 2679. Good luck, my man. Harry's got 2693.
You know what? We're home free. No matter what happens, we're walking out of here $114 richer.
Okay.
I feel like I've broken this thing down about as well as I can break it down. Let's go ahead. Let's make it no sweat. Let's lock in the play right now. It's a $15 exacta.
Okay.
2-3 with 2-3-6 for a $60 total.
Love it.
Play.
Love it. There you go. And again, folks, you play the denomination that you feel comfortable. If you just own like a couple of horses, or you like, we're just suggesting. Yeah, I always love to say that in here. Just because we're playing the thing doesn't mean that you have to, or
Yeah.
I love that play. Yep.
Listen, you don't have to bet huge to have a huge amount of fun.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Do what makes sense to you.
The greatest thing I've ever seen, never forget it in my life. I was in Saratoga, and I sat next to this this old lady. She must have been like 70, maybe like 75, and was there with her son watching the races, and she had 2 grandchildren, and they were born on 5/18 and 10/23. I'll never forget it. So she did a $2 pick 6, right? 5/18, 10/23, and 10/23, 5/18. And when you know it, on a $4 bet, she hit the pick 6.
Amazing.
$1.2 million.
No.
On a $4 hit. On a $4 ticket, betting her grandson's 2 birthdays back and forth.
This is written in the stars at that
that
point.
Was still the greatest thing. Hey, Tado, what's up, buddy? But it's still, to me, the greatest. I will never see a better hit in your life than that.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. So, isn't that incredible?
Sean, I don't know how you feel, but I feel like I would hit something like that, then I would immediately be struck by a runaway bus.
Yeah, or something. Exactly.
I would fall down the stairs. Something would happen.
The great story is too. They weren't like huge bettors, right? But they decided to bet the things. So I'm sitting next to him. I said, "Listen, do me a favor." I said, "I know you're," because I'm sitting right next to him. I said, I know you're alive." I said, "If your horse wins, right? If your horse wins, just get up and walk. Get up and walk like you didn't win." I said, because everybody, I said, people, right? I said, I'll meet you up at the top of the stairs, right? I said, if your horse wins, don't celebrate. I said, just get up, like you didn't, exactly. And what the horse wins, right? They got up and walked up, to the upstairs. And I said to him, and I knew one of the security guards, and I said to him, I said, "Listen, dude," I said, "they just hit the pick 6. I said, "Can you walk them down to the office?" And the guy said, "Thank you so much." And he said, he wanted to give me something. I'm like, no. I said, "Dude, we just won $1.2 million, and they gave me $500, which was the nicest
there you go.
thing. I didn't even do anything, right? And I didn't want to take it, But one of the greatest experiences I've ever had in my life. I said, "But do not." And they got up like they lost. So all the people were like, "Oh, they must have," exactly. Like, your grandma didn't win, but she won.
Sometimes,
yeah.
Sometimes just being that close to someone winning is just as exciting. Like,
well, it's the greatest experience I've ever had in racing. It was incredible that grandmother could do that.
Like even in here, we're watching people put their plays in, and I'm genuinely happy when you guys win.
Oh, I'm thrilled.
I'm never going to be one of those salty guys that's like, "Oh man, my bets didn't win, so I hate you." No, exactly. I love seeing my friends win money.
Right. Wow, that's great, Harry. River Downs, they got 50 10-cent super quick picks and won over $100. That's awesome.
That's awesome. That kicks ass.
Yeah, James, that story may never be beat. I mean, You can't win that much, exactly. I mean, that's just amazing. And I don't know if Naira ever leaked that to the press or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But that was so awesome.
Yeah.
Curtis Sinet's got 7-6 with 7-6-2-3-5. I've also been on the other end too. When a friend of mine who bets a little bit more had a pick 4 going that would have paid either 9,000 or 12,000. He had it 5 times, and the $9,000 horse came in.
Yeah.
Right, and so he was going to win $45,000. He was absolutely ecstatic. Right, he goes, "I love you, I love you, love you." Inquiry light comes up, the objection light comes up. He was taken down and placed last. Suddenly, his love for that said jockey was not the same.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's so. Oh. Oh.
Oops. I was like, oh, damn.
I actually had an inquiry go my way at Colonial. I want to say it was last week where I needed the horse that finished 4th to finish 3rd, and it was involved in a inquiry objection with the horse that finished 2nd that I didn't need in my exact. So managed to like bump it down to 4th. He got moved up into 3rd. It was like $60. It wasn't anything like gigantic or
It's
anything.
still awesome. Still a great feeling.
Just when it works out your way, it's hard to beat.
JG Funk loves the Grateful Dead song "Stagger Lee," so that's good enough for me.
I didn't realize it was a Grateful Dead song. That's good to know.
Yeah, that's a song from the '50s, "Stagger Lee." It's been all in all like the Dirty Dancing movies and everything. Todd says, "In Funk we trust." JG, how about those Red Sox, huh, man? We've been on a roll.
Have you been watching any of the Little League World Series?
I have, sir.
How about that girl, Kinley Rasmus, man?
Is she? I know, huh?
Amazing.
Baller. She's a baller.
So fun to watch too.
Oh yeah.
I've been watching it every night whenever I get home, and it's been. I love the Little League World Series more than I love a lot of other sporting events. It's so great. You know what's funny though, Sean, is I was watching that Alabama team with Kinley Rasmus come back to win from like 5 runs down a couple nights ago.
Yeah.
And they complete the comeback. I'm all excited. My youngest daughter comes in. She was like, "Did we win money?" I was like, "No, baby. No, we can't. we can't bet on the Little League World Series."
Yeah, right.
If I could, I would though.
My favorite stat ever is up at Cooperstown. They have all those fields where all the kids play all the games and everything. And it's the highlight of like so many people's to say they played in Cooperstown.
Right.
In those tournaments, right? Ken Griffey Jr. played in 180 something games up there in his life, for his lifetime.
Yeah.
Would not go into the Hall of Fame until he was inducted. Even as a 7-year-old, 10-year-old, refused to step into the Hall of Fame until he got inducted.
That's amazing.
Isn't that amazing? That's awesome.
That is amazing.
Talking about balls. I love that.
Yeah.
He played like 182 games and then finally, for the first time, walked through the Hall of Fame when he was inducted.
Someone posed the question of like, if there was any athlete that you would like to have seen have like a healthy career, like the duration.
Him.
That was my first answer. It's like him or Bo Jackson, you know?
If Junior and I don't know you know this, I was the bat boy with him in Fenway Park for 2 games. The Yankees versus the Red Sox, right? Now I didn't know at the time he was a high schooler. I was 13. But I'm saying,
Yeah.
so everyone's like, "Did you get his autograph?" I'm like, "I'm 13. The kid's 15. I don't know he's going to be the next great, like,
Right.
whatever." But yeah, but I mean, if he stayed healthy, that home run record would be shattered. Shattered. There would have been the first 900 home runs in Major League Baseball. No doubt. If he didn't get hurt, he would have had 50 home runs every single year. 60, like every single. There's no way they would have stopped him.
Just the sweetest swing.
Yeah, him and Darryl Strawberry, the two best swings I've ever seen in my life. Just natural beauty, you know. He would definitely be my number one. Yeah, big series this weekend is the Yankees Red Sox. Finally, it means something again. Hi, Miss Kim. Always great to have you. All right, we're 1 minute to post here. Let's get this home. We got Stagger Lee and Bowtie Boys at 7-1 and the 6 at 4-5. Joel, don't let us down. Oh, Bo, man, there's the other one right there. Greatest athlete I've ever seen. Bo, oh my God, if he had stayed healthy, oh, ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Just ridiculous. Won't let his kids play football. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
Won't let his kids play football. Said you get too injured from it. He said, I don't want my kids to end up like I did.
Yeah.
I thought this was interesting.
With the first and only player in Major League Baseball history to play a baseball game with an artificial hip.
Yeah. Ed Reed, Miami.
Ooh, yeah.
He broke Boston College's heart. We were almost going to upset them, and Ed Reed got the interception. But then he ran into Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And then sadly for Baltimore, there was Bobby D's got 6-7-3-1. Good luck, Bobby. Finished strong. Jenny Max got 7-10 and winning place in 7-10. Like it. Okay, we're all in line. Let's get it home. Oh no, a couple more to go. Here. And they're off. And it's the 5 and the 4 going for the lead with the 3, 1, 7, and 10 all intent on go. Look at this. We're 5 across, man. We're doing the Rockettes here. We got the 5 in the lead. We got 7, 4, 10 all hustling up there. The 1 right on the inside. The 3, the 2 watching them all. And the 9 and the 4-5 favorite as expected. Well in the back, 22-1. We are flying, and it's the 5 and the 7 right on the outside. The 10 stalking them right there. The 4 at 40-1, trying to pull off the shocker. The 1, the 2, and the 3 on the outside. The 6 sitting very patiently, and the 9 can see them all. This is going to be a fast half as well as the 5. 46-3. We're moving up there at this level, and it's the 5 still trying to go over the 7 and the 10. 4 sitting right off them. The 1, we're getting major moves here on the outside. Who is that? Is that the someone's making? I think that's the 6 making a big
that is
move
the 6.
on the outside.
Yeah.
And the 1 trying to catch with the 5 right now saying, "Catch me if you can." 6 is stalling out a bit as the 5 continues to lead this down the stretch, moving like a machine. The 6 is stalling. He's not making that big move. The 1 trying to gain a little bit here late, but the 5 is saying goodbye, folks. I'm taking the nightcap. It's the 5 at 8-1, dominating. 1-6-7. 5-1-6-7.
Ran them off their feet.
Yeah, stay for the boom. Christopher Davis finally gets his first win on the West Coast.
There we go.
And once again, can James White say, is there any easier races here? Look at this.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Look at that.
I mean, James is saying, is there any harder races? Has anyone got any harder races for me here?
Yeah.
I mean, favorite off the board. I mean, James White.
You want to tell me who's going to win at running aces the next race?
Yeah, exactly. Take a bow. Take a bow,
sir. I thought I was having a day. Good night.
That is quite impressive. What do we got? 31 to 1 second, folks. Look at this. James is absolutely stealing the show.
James, you might
167 for $1. 334. James is buying dinner for everybody.
He hit the daily double too. The $5 base daily double.
Yeah, he hit the daily double. I mean, we are talking $329 daily double for $5. I mean, good Lord, sir.
Take a bow. Take a bow.
James. That is amazing, my friend. That is what legends are. So, I mean, at one time tonight, almost everybody was a winner tonight. I love that. That just makes you feel good. We won. You guys won. James is buying dinner for everybody. And this is great. Put your orders in now. James had one hell of a day. Unbelievable. James, you were seeing Del Mar like darts, man.
James, I'm going to keep it easy on you. I want fried chicken, but the thing is, I want 500 pieces of fried chicken.
There you go. He's got it. He's like, don't worry. He's buying the restaurant for the night. He's fine.
Yeah.
Exactly. Great hit. Exactly. So.
All he does is win. All James does is win.
Yeah. See? Hell yeah. He's buying you 500 pieces of fried chicken. Look at that.
There we go.
Amazing.
There we go. If he could buy me the insulin shots I'll need after that, too, that would be fantastic.
But it'd be all worth it, though. It'd be all worth it. So, but we still finished amazingly up. What did we finish? 214 up. Amazing.
Yeah.
Let me switch that. Is that unbelievable? So many winners tonight. Had a lot of fun with you guys as always. I love having you. Good luck with the Travers this weekend. Kentucky Downs, if you're playing them. Again, guys, why you running the same day? Only this thing drinks all around for James. Look at that, baby. Zach, Kyle, thank you. Bobby, Jenny, always a great handicapper, my friend. We got Bobby Feisty, Irene, thank you for joining us. Kim, all the love, my friend. We got so many people that JG Funk coming in, Toddster, everybody, Curtis, always love. Harry, thank you for always playing. Toddster, stopping in. So thank you to everybody. Have a great weekend and enjoy the Travers. Chase, awesome job, my man.
Hey, awesome. It was teamwork. It was teamwork for that exacta, Sean.
Loved it.
Yeah.
See you soon.
All right. Thank you.